That's the DM's way.
Fuck it.
We're going live.
That's it. We're live. We're talking now. That's the first thing we said. It is what it is. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Whatever, fuck
It's going live.
it.
It's like
We're going live.
not if you've ever seen the clip. If you haven't, it's worth looking up. I don't like him necessarily, Bill O'Reilly, but it's
that's exactly
raw,
what we're trying.
the raw footage of Bill O'Reilly, like in between a thing where they're trying to record a thing and he's just like keeps messing it up, and finally he has this huge meltdown. He's like, fuck it, we'll just do it live. And then the commercial break ends and he's like, hi, this is Bill O'Reilly. Welcome back to Fox News. He's like right away is into like pro like zone.
Wow.
It's so funny. Yeah, look it up. It's really funny. That's what just happened, basically.
Fair.
Yeah. Sorry for being super late tonight, but there was technical issues again. So it's funny because I used to have an issue with my camera, which would decide that it was the sole source of audio for like everything, and just turn off
you got a
all
new
the
one,
audio.
right?
So I got a new one. I was like, problem solved. So I'm looking like even better now because this is a 4K camera, so you can see that I look even more like shit than I usually do. But is as close to real life as possible. But it was like, I was like, all right, cool. This is going to be so easy because I got the new camera and it's not going to be an issue. And then right now, like, decided not to record us on OBS to my computer for some reason. So whatever. Jess is recording. So there we go. You know what, Sarah? You can could you just record the stream maybe as you have an option of doing that? Yeah, just do that too.
Is there a way to do that?
On
if you
Twitch?
Yeah, can you record on Twitch? Is there a way for you to do that?
I
Just
don't
out
know.
Curiosity. I don't know.
I will look into it while y'all talk about it.
Whatever. If it's like I said, Twitch is automatically doing it anyway. We just have to download it. So I'll just download it. That's all. So yeah, hi, welcome back. It's been a while. Between last week and this week, if you remember, I do have one thing to say. We put up a little drive-through RPG scenario called Battle of Govern Bridge, and it was pay what you want. And as of today, you guys have 56 of y'all have paid for it. Something a little over 100 have downloaded it. 56 have paid. That's still a really good ratio for pay what you want. But we raised $100 for library, so thank you so much. And it's a copper bestseller. So yeah,
that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, that became copper really quick.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Yeah, thank you all so much for supporting the library. I'm going to turn that money into awesome RPG stuff. Also.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Time for your pitch.
Don't walk. Run to see Sinners right now. The weekend is not over. Go see this movie. It is outstanding. It is incredible. I just saw it. My heart is like still beating like really fast. Like it's really, 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 really good. This movie's so good.
It was
and then
really
talk to me
movie.
about it.
Yeah, it was a beautifully done movie. It was really good. The way they kind of
might
just
be
like
the best movie of the decade. Like
the way they kind of just let everything unravel as like the story went on. It was really great. Or the way that not unraveled, the way they revealed things as the story went on was really great. It was just
the writing's so good.
Put together very well. It was so good. It's beautiful.
It is a very, very fresh take. It's so good.
I'm gonna go see it. Amber was like yelling at us, like, go see it.
I broke out the all caps.
Yeah. It was good.
Other people we know break out all caps too, don't they?
Like, I just thought you should know this.
Oh. Oh. I heard about this.
Yeah.
All right.
There's something here I've missed.
That's
I'll tell you later. It's nothing.
Okay.
Off
Yeah.
stream.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Anything
definitely it's an off-stream thing. That's all. It's nothing dirty. It's just off-stream. The Discord is open, so there's a link that's dropped there. So check that out. Check out Rainy stuff as well. Rainy plays games. Haha! I remembered it.
Yeah, you
Only
got
took me
it.
a long ass time to do it.
I feel like this is the very first one. Good job,
It is
Christian.
the very first time I've been practicing.
I will commend you
look
for
in
this.
the
That's
mirror,
wonderful.
and I'm just like, Rainy plays games. Rainy plays games. Rainy plays games. That's how I did it. So yeah, I did it finally, and I think it took me
A couple years.
8 months.
Oh, okay.
Is it a year? Is it a year? Did it really take me a year? I don't know. Time doesn't have any meaning to me
I
anymore.
don't know.
Did
I
it
feel
really?
like Rainey's been out for a while, so I don't know.
I think he has. I think it took me over a year. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
it's been
I think so. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I used to listen to his.
just about a year. Yeah.
Just about, yeah. All right, so like, there you go. It took me a year to get used to it. These damn kids that are new, their pronouns and new
Oh my
names
goodness.
of things.
Yes, it is
Crazy
worth
ass
learning,
kids.
though.
Yeah.
You're-
Bad example. Chris.
At Rainey's funeral, Christian is gonna go up there and be like,
I'm gonna
Rainey
be
runs RPGs. It was really great.
I'll be given give the eulogy and still get it wrong. Everyone just throws stones at me.
D4s just raining upon you.
No.
That's even worse. D4s.
Because then you have to walk off away from the podium over a
Over
carpet
the
of
caltrops.
D4s.
Yep.
no shoes allowed.
No shoes allowed. Oh.
It's like Legos.
Fortunately, I'm older than Rainey, so that'll probably be the reverse scenario because I'm older than
Aw.
everyone.
Let's not
So
talk about you.
We'll just be standing
Oh,
around the
just
Christian Grundell
sad.
Memorial bathroom and
Yeah.
be like, Rainey will be like, he never get the name of my podcast right. And we'll be like, yep. Cheers.
Twitch doesn't know about the Christian Grundell Memorial Bathroom, but we'll
Pour
tell
one
them
out a little
We'll-
bit into the toilet.
a little bit into the toilet. Yeah,
I don't think
so
Sarah knows about
I don't think any of us know.
the joke is because I'm on the board at the library because I am actually, believe it or not, a serious person with some serious responsibilities in the world, but one of which is being a board member at the library. So I
The other
always
which is
joke.
getting a bathroom
Yeah,
memorialized
so
for
I
his
always joke.
contribution.
I always joke because of the stuff I've donated a lot of RPGs and stuff to the library and board games, and I always joke like I don't want a wing or a collection. I just want the downstairs bathroom named after me. As the Christian
think it is
Grundell
great.
Memorial Bathroom. Yeah. And we want it, so we came up with a sign that'll be like the Christian Grundell Memorial Bathroom, just with parentheses, he's still alive, he just wants it this. And then when
He's
actually,
not dead,
when-
he just wants this, then when he
he's not
dies, we
dead,
just cross
and
out
then
the
you
he's
just,
not
yeah,
dead
you
part.
just cross it off, but not even like with like scratch it off, just literally with like a permanent
One
marker, just
strike
like
through.
put a
He's
line
not
through
dead.
it. Yeah.
It's not through the whole thing. It's just the word not.
That's
He's
even better.
dead.
He is dead.
He's dead. He wanted this.
Yeah, it's just the dead and the not and the just. He's dead. He wanted this.
Yep. Yep.
So that's one of my
Oh my god,
aspirations
I'm
in
gonna
life.
glowforge it.
Yeah.
Please. Oh my
If
god.
you do, I will hang that up somewhere
I'm
in
gonna
my house.
glowforge
I
it. I'm gonna
absolutely
hang it on
100%
the
will.
bathroom when we do the murder mystery. Anyone notices?
Christian, you need to hang that. Just hang it above your bathroom, but not like your main bathroom, like a secondary one, so it'll
The
take
downstairs
longer
one.
for
Yeah.
Mandy to notice.
Yeah, I have a downstairs one.
Your
Oh,
poor
God.
wife. We love her so much.
Yeah, she suffers much.
He suffers.
20 years she's been suffering.
Aw.
This year, yeah. I
Aw.
don't know
Aw,
Oh,
why.
nice.
Yep.
Aw.
20 years together or married?
Married.
Damn.
Yeah, it'll be 24 together.
Aw.
Maybe 25. I don't know. After a while, it doesn't. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Becomes a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look at the plaque downstairs to remember how long I've been with my husband. I'm like, was it 2016 or 17? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
What else?
No, not 16. 2006 or 2007.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
fuck.
didn't even question you on that.
Which decade even was it? It could. What is time?
Time doesn't exist.
It's hard
It's a
because it
weird
was
soup.
also summer. Yeah. Summer. Sorry, go ahead. I'm trying to
no.
remember
That's all I
No,
got.
it was in October.
That's all I got.
when they first
It was in
dated.
October.
Yeah,
I
when they
just
first went
nodded
on their
along
date.
with Summer. I'm like, yes, it was.
No,
because
no,
it was
'cause that's-
October. I'm like, Kent is in fact correct. I
Yes.
am wrong about the day of
No,
my
no,
anniversary.
Their first date, but like they
Oh
met
my god.
in
Nerds.
summer.
No,
Mm-mm.
they met.
During the school year,
While
Jimmy
we
Lee
were-
brought
yes.
me to CAP.
That's right.
Jess getting their time wrong.
Well, because I met him.
None of us know how long
when
we've
they
been
started
together.
dating.
Doesn't
One of
matter.
us might be a cunning fetch. We don't know.
What difference does it make, right? Yeah, who cares? It's here. It's now. It is what it is. Talking about RuneQuest. Something
Yeah.
we've also been doing for a long time. So long we visibly aged while doing it. What the fuck?
I know.
Um,
Wow, yeah, we look vastly
yeah,
Oh,
we
different.
it's
looked at our
bad.
early
Yeah.
videos and we were like, holy fuck, we look different.
Yeah,
Babies.
we were babies, and it
I
wasn't
had
that long
It's
ago.
been a
long
hard
brown hair.
4 years.
It really has, though, when you think about it.
Hard 4 years.
It really
Crazy.
has.
Chris, Chris, you look fresh and new.
Yeah, Chris
You're
hasn't
shiny.
experienced that yet. Yeah, Chris's aging isn't out there for eternity to see on the internet.
Oh, Lord.
Don't worry, Chris. I have old photos of you. You look horrible, like the rest
Oh,
of us.
my God.
Don't
Ben!
worry. Yep, don't worry. Yep.
You two have had a hard 4 years, buddy. Don't worry.
I mean, don't
Um,
forget, this past 4 years have just been shit.
They really have.
Unrelenting.
It's been like it's like what there's the oh
The
Lenin.
before times.
It's Lenin. I think it's Lenin. Lenin has the quote where he says there are decades where nothing happens and weeks when decades happen. And the last 4 years have been like decades.
Fucking decades.
Yeah. Yes, they have.
Nice.
And the next 4 will probably be that too. But we're talking about RuneQuest, and who is going to talk about what happened last time we played?
Contrast, like brighter
RuneQuest.
brights and darker darks.
Mhm.
Special
And-
guest, Kyle.
I know. Hey, Kyle.
I was like, that's so weird because Ken didn't turn. So I'm like, where is Kyle's voice coming from?
He is everywhere, actually. He
Nice.
is.
Nice.
Wow. It kind of looks like a Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Ruby. It reminds me
You
of
really
Ruby.
need a bro to show
Not
your
Ruby.
minis too. It makes all the difference
Red
in the
Ruby.
world.
I see a lot of Christian's minis.
I was saying, and
Oh,
also
fair.
Christian and Jason our other friend group, have become the mini bros.
But he doesn't really post as much. He doesn't paint as much anymore,
No,
which is
but
good for me because he always puts me to shame. So
you guys still yap about it all the time, though, which
yeah, we
is
do.
good.
We do. Yes, we do.
It's bro
Yeah.
enrichment.
Yep.
It's like
I saw a
whenever I
great
can
meme
get
today.
Joe and Aaron in a room together, and I'm like, good, they need enrichment.
I saw a great meme today, which
Tell me if
was
you can hear me chewing gum
nope,
let
you
you
can't
know.
hear.
after I start.
You usually can't. It was RFK in the Warhammer store demanding to know where they made the autism.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't listen to anything you
Make
said
the
because I was so
autism.
focused on Amber chewing gum.
You can't. I
Damn
can't
it.
hear him. I can't hear him.
It's okay.
You're
Oh,
good.
no, Chris's bees died. What the hell? That's
oh,
awful.
shit.
We're way off track. All right,
Like
it's
the queen?
7:30. We are cats. I'm hurting you. I'm the worst cat
Cats?
of all. But
Previously on RuneQuest,
thank you.
the crew joined up with Jaranina and Aranina to go hunt down some bandits who kidnapped some girls from a nearby village. We went into the haunted woods where it was very, very quiet and there appeared to be no animal life, which added spooky vibes, but there were some delicious berries. Eventually, we tracked the culprits to an abandoned air temple, ancient air temple.
It was a
stronghold
combination.
type thing.
It was a
It's a
fort.
fort.
It was a combo fort temple. Yeah.
That was melted. The entire temple was covered in a sheen of dark
Obsidian.
glass looking shit. I wonder why. We talked briefly about tactics, and then the axe bandits were like, let's go fucking kill them all. And we were like, cool, that sounds good to me. It's an excellent tactic. And we stormed the fort, so to speak. When we got inside, we did not face the resistance we originally thought. Instead, there were some guys who were already dead. And we were like, oh shit. And we kind of walked through the corridors. It's a little bit maze-like in there. And the corridors kind of did some weird time-space distortion type things, and it got darker, and before we knew it, each of us were alone. In kind of an alternate reality or flashback type thing, where we experienced some visions of the past, basically. And through those visions, in various bits and pieces that we all received, it was revealed that the fort used to host a community of people who were just living their normal happy lives. There were parents and children learning new things, farming, just a nice community, not unlike the one that we came from. Before it was beset upon by a dragon who melted the shit out of the community, the people, the fort, everything, razed it to the ground. This was the old Empire of Worms friends incident. They were sort of just caught up they were behind the death line when the dragons decided to kill them all for misappropriating their power and their knowledge. We came out of that, and there was a spirit who used to be kind of an ancestral spirit of the community that had fallen there. She too was distorted with like her grief and her long-term grief and rage and whatnot over the death of her community and the like unburied bones of her children. We had a little heart-to-heart with her, where we sort of came to a deal here where we would come and we would help put to rest the spirits of her children and everything if she would allow us to live here and bring life back to the area. She agreed. We kind of found out there that a lot of us are descendants of her children in some way. This was a long time ago, and a little bit of their blood runs through us. So that worked for both of us. All of the dudes, they were driven crazy by this spirit and killed the shit out of each other. So the girls, although hungry and, like scared and caged, were relatively unharmed. And there was also this strange guy in one of these cages.
Yeah, and
We
Chris,
were like, let's get the kids out of here. Who the fuck are you?
I am completely normal man.
and Chris, I apologize. I don't know if I wrote down your character's name. Is it Kerr?
Like a dog.
Kerr. Okay, I wrote down
Kerr.
Kerr Sambari, and I was like, what?
Yep. The Sambari guy who managed to convince us that, although a little weird, he was harmless. The girls vouched for him and that he talked the bandits out of harming them in the early days there before they started going crazy and killing themselves. So we're like, all right, if he defended the kids, like that's good enough for us. Let this guy out of this cage. Took him and back to camp with us, along with the girls, and we brought them back to their communities in the morning. Talked a little bit with the new weird guy. It's weird, but he seems all right, and he's going to be traveling with us. So the more the merrier.
He seems
And he
all
knows
right.
he's buddies with
He seems weird, but like
Ordrin.
we've already got one of those, and it worked out well. So
he's buddies with Ordrin. So it's we trust
yes,
Ordrin's
Ordrin
judgment.
That's
and
right.
him know each other from a long time ago. This guy
youths.
apparently left their village to go become learned and has not been back since, but he is back now. And in theory, maybe he can write.
And read.
Imagine if he couldn't, he was just bullshitting us, like drawing just fucking random nonsense. Like, this is what this says, and we were like,
God,
yeah.
that'd be
I
awesome.
played
I
that
wish we would have
once.
thought of that, Chris. Yes.
I played that once.
Oh, I'm about to say they still don't know for sure. I mean, I could
That's
still
right.
fuck around with them.
In
They
theory,
have
hey,
no
I know
way to
some
know.
of these letters.
Some letters.
I know some letters.
What sound does this one make?
Yeah, this is the ch sound when it's next to that other one. So he is gonna be traveling with us for a while, helping us stick it to the man. And basically, we are starting preparations to move the Company of the Dragon into the new fort, reinforce it and stuff, and start making it into a base of operations. There's also some of our shadow jumpers, shadow jumpers.
Night jumpers.
Night jumpers. Some of our night jumper buds are posted up further up the road in Sambari lands, where it's kind of at the junction from some of the main cities, because there should be some lunar nobles coming by at some point, which could use some kidnapping and some extortion. So we're keeping our ear to the ground for that. And that is basically where we're left off, I think. I don't think I missed anything, I hope.
I think you're right.
Nope, you got
That's
it.
everything.
No,
Nailed
got
it.
it all.
Oh no, Arissa had a
Oh,
quiet
Arissa had
conversation
an
with
intense
Shavasha.
conversation and disagreement with the dragon
Yeah.
about
yeah.
ethics and empathy and attachment.
Yeah. Arissa and Shavashak had a little bit of a
They're a little beef.
tiff.
And honestly, I think Arissa could have took him.
One of the last things we also talked about was Kymreese had
Doing his shamany stuff for the spirits.
has the means to do shamany stuff with the spirits to kind of
Yeah, because
put
Arissa
things
straight
to
up
rest. Yeah.
volunteered him like, hey,
Mhm.
my boyfriend knows the place between life and death. I can
Mhm.
help you.
Volunteered.
So I don't remember exactly how we left. How did we exactly leave off last time? That's what I'm trying to remember. Like right where we cut off. It was kind of like that moment he had with Sensilva, right?
I was gonna say we had just
Yeah, we have
gone
not
back
actually
to
moved in, but we
Sensilva.
talked about what we're gonna have to do.
Yep. All right.
We
So
wanted
we'll
to
say
confirm because like
we'll
we have a
s-
dragon wider.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
she
her
was
and
cool with the
Shavashak
dragon.
had to talk.
Whatever they
Mhm.
said between
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Go and talk to her, be like, "Hey, we have a dragon." And
We're like,
she was
full disclosure.
Okay.
we
She was
have a
like,
dragon.
That wasn't that dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was big of her.
It was big of her. So, we'll say I'm going to pick up the morning after that. So you guys went back to camp. I'm going to say, Arissa, you wake up
Yeah.
to the sound. Well, let me ask you a question. Where does Kymri sleep?
Probably in a bush next to Discar's tent.
It's wherever Kymri's wants. Arissa always has space for him in her tent, but never expects him to be there because
He's nomadic.
sometimes he'll just be like, no, I really like needed to sleep in this tree tonight, and she'd just be like, okay, just like make sure you get down safely, sweetheart. Like,
He's like, this horse is lonely. I'm gonna spend the night with him. Just like sleeping on a horse.
I feel like oftentimes he also slept by like the main community fire too.
Yeah,
like,
he did do that
like
too.
under a
was
bench.
a lot.
Yep.
so she
It's getting
basically
very warm because it's early summer now. So, yeah.
What? What'd you say, Chris?
Is he like a cat or something? He's just gonna find
He's the
like, different
community. He's the beloved community oddball, and everybody
Yep.
sort of looks after him, and he sort of like roams from person to person.
stuff. He's a cat.
He's
Yeah.
a cat.
he
Basically.
is
Yeah, he's very
cat-like,
cat-like. So
Sometimes you
wake up-
find him and he's just sleeping curled up with Nightclaw in a little croissant. He does a little biscuit thing. Like-
You wake up to him talking. He didn't sleep in your tent. It's getting warmer now. It's like right at the cusp of like end of sea season, beginning of fire season. So warmer nights. You've slept. It was a little muggy last night, so you slept with your tent open. And he was outside. But you wake up to him talking outside, and it sounds like a very one-sided conversation. But he's speaking dragon.
She kind of just like sits up, processes, leans out, and tries to like look and see what's going on.
He is seated like crisscross applesauce. I'm sure there's a shaman term for that, but which is crisscross applesauce, and he's just like you can tell deep in meditation because you're used to seeing him this way. He's beginning to teach you some of those breaths, so you recognize that he must have been using the no breath, which helps you meditate, and just speaking dragon.
Okay. Does she see his fetch anywhere?
Nope.
No. Okay.
So he's not off. He's not off in the spirit world.
So she'll just kind of go out and sit next to him and just place her hand on his knee so he knows that she's there, but is not going to interrupt. And she's just listening.
You cannot, in fact, understand dragon.
Yeah, I know.
But you get the impression he's probably talking Shavashak.
Do I get any tonal indicators?
It's so hard to tell because
Okay.
he's just like hissing and like growling and yeah.
Hissing and growling. Ooh.
Confused, a little impressed, very curious. But again, she's like, I'm not interrupting this. He knows I'm here.
After a while, not very long, he kind of like opens an eye and looks at you. And then kind of like whatever he was doing ends. And he says, oh, hello, Ursa. I'm sorry. I was just communicating with our friend.
You're all right. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Oh, we were just discussing things. The
Anything?
nature of life and death and cycles.
What do you mean?
Well, cycles. Seasons. Lives. Ages. Cycles.
True. What brought this conversation on in particular?
Oh, it's just some experiences that I had while I was away from you.
Anything you want to talk about?
I found a place, a ruin on a stream, and I met someone there. Although he'll be very different now, but he was a dragon newt. He had been waiting for many lifetimes for someone to come, and he taught me. some things about the seasons and cycles and runes, but also in doing so, I learned some of their language.
And that's what you were speaking just now?
Yes.
Fascinating. Guess I hadn't even thought about it being a spoken aloud language. I'm so used to Shavashak just being in our heads.
He is very happy to speak his own language with someone.
Good.
And I am happy to have the practice.
Good.
But I need your help today to collect some herbs.
Oh, of course. She's like,
I'm going to have to appease the spirits. It'll take a while. And I'll need you to help me with some things.
of course, anything.
Okay. Don't let me forget to eat.
You know I never do.
All right. So he brings you, he tells you what you're looking for, what he's looking for in particular. And if you want to make a plant lore roll,
Yeah.
just to give you a way to get some of those checks.
Open up these dice. Nope, that's an 8. There we go. Alright, Oh, that's definitely a success. I just want to double check. Plant lore. There's no checkbox next to plant lore.
Oh, you know what? I don't think you can. I think you have to actually learn
Be
it now that I
trained,
think about
right?
it.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Either
trained.
way,
Yeah.
I succeeded.
Which is
Fine.
silly because people usually learn about plants by eating small amounts and finding out which ones make them feel terrible.
Yeah, I know, right? Or
They're like,
just
well, I
giving
put this one on my lip and it swelled up the size of a grapefruit, so poison.
Yeah,
or
but
just giving
I
it to
think
someone you don't
most-
like, right?
I was
Just
gonna say,
be
I
like,
think
here.
most people would
Observe.
agree.
Birds.
Probably not the best way to learn.
Okay,
It's the most
you find
timeliest way to
find
learn.
the
It's
things
always
that
the best way to learn in Skyrim.
you find the things that he was looking for, and you help out with him. Does anybody have anything else they want to do?
This is in the morning.
Not before we start. Just pack up and get ready to start, like, moving camp toward the...
Okay, fair enough.
We don't need to roleplay this, but I think since Bryn failed her last holy day, she's somewhat regularly trying to give offerings to Vinga.
Sure, I guess you probably have like a little statue,
Trying to make up for it.
and you're just
Trying to understand maybe what
Praying.
Like, what I
changed
do
or
wrong.
what's
Do you
gone
want me to
wrong.
kill Rue? Do you want me to kill him?
You know?
show me who to smite, and they shall be smoten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Rue, you're getting the camp ready. Des, what are you doing?
Also getting camp ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're lifting heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Breaking down the tents. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Making sure particularly you're probably very good at making sure the camp was like someone who came through would have a hard time knowing there had been a camp here.
Yes. Erase signs, bury the
Yep.
campfire, resprinkle
Exactly.
needles, that sort of
That
stuff.
sort of stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. What are you up to?
I'm supervising.
Excellent. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say that you break camp. Arissa, it takes you a while to get everything. But even on your way, where are you guys going to do? Head up towards the fortress?
Yeah, we're
No,
gotta
we're
go
moving
right to
in.
the... Yeah, we're moving in. We're
Oh, you're
moving
moving.
in.
Kyrie says you can't move in yet.
God
Oh,
damn it,
did
we're
he?
moving to the outskirts.
That's fair. You can go in the valley,
'Cause-
but you can't go in yet.
Oh, he hasn't finished with like.
Hasn't done his thing
Yeah,
like-
we
yet.
should be
Yep.
we should be a
Spirits.
part of that though. The whole community should pay respects to the dead. So
Which is 100% going to happen, but he needs to start.
Yeah,
and so
gotcha.
what
Oh, yeah, that's
happens
right.
is over the next, unless anyone has anything particular they need to do, over the next couple of weeks, it takes a while, Kamris begins performing rituals. And there are times, Arissa, where you're very worried about him because he's like in the spirit world for a very long period of time. And then he just tells you he's guiding spirits home. The ones who are lost, who are trapped there, he's guiding them to where they need to go to Orlance Halls or to Arnalda's home with his Loom house in Orland's stead. But he also engages everybody in the community in using some of those sacred herbs and burning them and kind of like things that are pleasing to the spirits. And also, more importantly, you all have rituals that you would perform when you lived in a normal home, because you've been living in the road for a while. But everybody pretty much had, the Hearthfire was sacred. And you had your own little statues of the gods that you may or may not have been in a cult with, but you also had like little ancestral ones. And you had, when you did your prayers, things you would do, like pour one out for your ancestors and stuff like that. Yeah, pour one out for the homies. So kind of the same thing. He engages all of you in rituals to remember not only your own ancestors, but these ones as well. So just different things that would be pleasing, leaving out food and offerings of like, alcohol and things like that, telling stories. So he asks a lot of you to like talk about, or he starts and tries to tell stories about like Hjort and Vinget and like the founders of the Hortling people, and tales from the Great Darkness and things like that. That these people apparently came here in the Great Darkness is the idea that you got while the sun was dead. This is when they started living here. So you
the sun was dead.
Retell those
Eyes
stories.
shifty in both Orlanth and Telmore.
It's fine.
Who could have done that? And the answer is pretty much everybody. That guy was really annoying.
we're all over here doing for the approval of the Midnight Society.
So he engages you in all of that, and it takes, like I said, it's a big fortress. In between that, he also has you cleaning it up, because Sensilva has kept it free of like undergrowth by and large, but it's still kind of dirty. So you guys are engaging in
dirt.
Rebuilding to some degree, cleaning it out. There are parts where the roofs have collapsed in, so you kind of cut your timber and put that stuff up and rethatch roofs and things like that.
Dig a well or two, maybe.
There's a well
Gonna be
already
here for
there,
a while.
but I don't know what you need to do to like fix it. It's just a well. I mean, it's been there, and there's a well in the fort.
Damn, probably pull all the junk out of it. Yeah, like
just
probably
clean
it.
Yeah, just kind of redig it, basically, to get it like kind of fixed up and spiffy. That takes you all, I'm going to say, a couple weeks of effort. So if there's anything any of you need to do during that couple of weeks.
Start planning our wedding.
Yeah. I think also Bryn is really curious about kind of being around Sensulva and her kind of grieving process, and the process of her kind of letting go of her people and kind of grieving them and kind of honoring them. And she's really curious about that. So I think she stays pretty close to Sensulva across the weeks and like kind of helps her as much as she can, but also just observe, like around to observe.
To just be observing.
Okay.
Does she stay physically manifested, or is she invisible a lot?
Not all the time. She's invisible a lot. When Kymrese leads rituals, she manifests. And again, Kymrese has informed you guys that everything that's being done here is to help people, help the spirits that were trapped here, kind of help to heal the trauma that occurred here, and to just properly honor them. Because the main thing was that they were never properly remembered or honored for what they had done.
All of them are killed,
for what had happened. Because there was nobody to tell their story. So they were just lost to history. And that's absolutely what Kymrese says, is like when there's a blockage there where your story is never told, and it just kind of creates an attachment, for lack of a better word, of the spirit to like kind of linger here rather than moving on.
It's like I don't remember where the I'm sure it's a reference to something, but it's like you know, the first time you die is when your body dies. The second time you die is when no one.
Last time your name is spoken.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct. Yeah. So that's pretty much what he's explaining.
Does wildlife start to move back into the surrounding woods?
Yes.
In a few weeks? Okay, I was gonna say because it's
Yes.
gonna be real hard to feed people without game.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So you see first birds, and then you start to see like rabbits and ground things and squirrels, and then gradually
Excellent.
bigger
I think
and bigger
in early
animals.
days, Jaskar and Roop probably go out pretty far a lot to try to find food.
Yes. Which you do, you're able to. You do hear also from your night jumper buddies, and just some scouts that you keep out. And like I know you would talk about sending people occasionally down to the inns just to kind of like keep an ear on things.
Drop some eaves.
So you do hear that there have been like lunar forces sent north looking for you guys.
North.
Yeah, because everything that you did was down south.
Yeah.
Of where you are right now.
Oh, so some of those southern troops, specifically from the area we were fucking around.
Oh, you mean
in,
from like
sent
near the
to try to
wall?
find us? Yeah.
Yes, down.
From White Wall. Yeah.
Oh,
From White Wall.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Have been sent
Good.
north
Send them
That's
to
good.
us.
Looking
It
for
will
you.
save me the trouble of hunting them down.
And have been unable to find you.
Yeah, right. Fair.
Yep. And you also hear rumors of further in northern Sartar, Black Riders have been spotted.
Oh shit, Lilia's dad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But wrong direction.
Good,
For
good.
now.
Does she look nervous about that? Does she look all right?
It depends on if you tell her.
Yeah, she deserves to know.
She's not happy about it, but kind of is what it is.
We'll just reassure her, you're one of us now. Like, we all stay hidden together until it's time to strike.
Right. No word of any nobles yet heading down into the Dundalos lands. They are starting to have like settlers come into the Dundalos. Chris, just for reference, because you might not know this, and you're lost. So some of the
Chris,
lands
like, these are a lot
nearby-
of words and sounds.
Yeah. He's like, oh
Yep.
yeah, okay, the Dundalos, absolutely.
Still me after like 2 or 3 years of this.
They were a tribe that were just the Lunar Empire took over Sartar. One of the things they did was one of the tribes, the Dundalos, they were just like, get the fuck out of your land, and just yeeted them out of their land. And now they're building this huge temple there. Okay, big temple complex.
They're like, get out of
and-
your sacred land. We need to build a church.
Correct.
Exactly.
And they're beginning to move their own settlers in there now too.
Colonialism.
Correct.
Gotcha.
But one of the reasons you are told that there probably aren't any of those nobles heading around yet is that the summer solstice is very close by, and that is a major holiday to Yelm, and they tend to stick around and celebrate that.
Fucking Yelm.
Yeah.
Wait, the Lunars are cozy with Yelm?
Of course they are.
Fucking, of course they would be.
Yep.
Yelm.
Yep.
They're like,
Fucking
who's the
nerds.
biggest loser outside of our pantheon? Yelm sold.
Jeez.
The sun is a dick in every culture everywhere.
But as it comes to pass, the summer solstice is the time that Kymri says is the time to fully move
day?
in. Yep.
Move-in day.
And so that winds up being a big day of moving in. Everybody moves in. He needs your help to bring in a lot of those sacred herbs and things like that you've been drying, and kind of like smudge the place, for lack of a better word, one last time. And throughout the day, there are sacred dances and rituals that are performed by the Ornalda priestesses. And as the fires are lit
Hearthfires.
in each home,
Mahome.
they are blessed.
Home,
For the
right?
first, the Hearthfires from Mahome are blessed. And
Marissa definitely gets emotional about that because her sister is or plans to be an initiate in the cult of Mahomey, so she's just like, my sister's
She's
not
probably
here.
there assisting, like.
Well, I don't know if her
100%.
sister's here. So
no, she's
Probably
not.
too
She's
little.
still.
She's at the
yeah, she's
villages.
still little.
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Chris and I realized she sort of is turning 16 this
Yeah,
year.
she's older.
a year younger than Arissa.
Yep.
I will say that this place is big enough to move those people
Same.
over here if you wanted to.
Oh,
Ooh.
Arissa could take her family back.
Well,
Mhm.
That is tricky. That is a hard
Yeah.
choice right there.
Such a
Mhm.
toss-up.
I feel like
yeah.
we should.
Is it though?
It's tricky.
Because
Is
like
it a toss-up? Yeah.
we have shelter and bodies to protect the wall. Like we
It's
have a
hard to say,
place
but
that
we're
is
gonna
safe.
definitely be drawing more aggro than they are where they are, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say. Then again, there's nothing stopping the Lunars if they get really pissed from finding our nearest relations that are dispersed throughout the other tribes and being like hostages or tell us where
Yeah.
they went. So there's
Which
also that.
they do have a history of doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So something to think of. Also, a lot of time has been spent fixing up the Temple of Ronaldo, which is underneath that in that central courtyard,
Oh, so that
and
was gonna
fixing
be
up the open air part of Orlanth, which that's something you could have done too. Like Lonson has been working on that pretty nonstop, fixing up the Orlanth area and cleaning it up, and really like there's that. It was a like a tile mosaic floor that was Orlanth and Ronaldo kind of like dancing with the dragon around them, kind of just like fixing that up and cleaning it up and everything. So if that's something you want to have participated in the last couple of weeks, Bryn, that's 100% something you could have been doing.
Yeah, sure, sure. That was exactly my question though. Is what is the underground like?
It's a
You don't
secret. You're
worship
not allowed in there,
Ronaldo, so
Bingen.
you're not going in to find out.
Oh, so only Arnold. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
That's a good question.
That was an out of game
Yeah.
question. That wasn't like
It goes underground. That's what
Is
you
it
know.
like it's like Riddle-esque, right? Like the inside of that part of the temple.
I wouldn't go so far to say it's Riddle-esque, but it's a secret. Yeah, it's in the fact that the riddle was a secret. This is also a secret. So yes,
okay, so only
Yeah.
like the priestesses go down there.
correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
secret tunnels.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
Arissa is also spending a lot of her time in because you said I was able to find the area from the vision where the herb kind of garden thing was, right? Spending a lot of their time just fixing that up and
Sure.
trying to replant, and had also definitely asked Kymreese to like kind of ask the spirits like, hey, what grows well here, so we can continue to honor that lineage. And
you are given that information, and you know that you could turn this into a really nice little hospital with a little bit of work.
that is the goal as
Yep.
the resident white lady.
Yep. I'll say, Bryn, too, this is the last day you're getting all these things ready. So as this festival is going on, as the plan is, the end of this, you're going to have a party, right? You're going to move in, you're going to have a nice party, and a kind of a festival. But as you're doing this, you're working on the Orlanth Temple and getting it straightened out. There's a statue of Orlanth a little bit. You're kind of setting up
Doing
as someone
some sacrifices.
someone carved like a nice wooden oak. Oak is a nice wooden thing that's used for Orlanth because of lightning and all that stuff. But
specifically. Gotcha.
especially if you can get a lightning struck oak, that's like. But you weren't able to get one of them. But a nice oak statue was carved from to like kind of put in here as a new one, and you're like moving it into place with Lonson, and you hear singing, just like humming. You recognize it as a very old kind of like mother's lullaby that they would sing to a child. But you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, do I recognize? Like, I mean, I look around. Do I recognize?
Jorna is doing some work and just kind of singing to herself.
I take it we haven't heard her singing or humming to herself in a long, long
Not
time.
in over a year.
Bryn just
Lonson
smiles.
looks at her and looks at you
shit.
and smiles.
Yeah, Bryn just smiles too,
Yeah.
and she exchanges a look with Lonson and
Yeah.
keeps
Lonson
keeps all
just
working
says,
together.
Lonson says, I haven't heard that in too long.
Yeah.
Come on, help me move this.
Is it too soon to tell her to go over there and tell her it's pretty? But then Aranina and Lunson, fuck, our ships!
There's no reason that it can't be all three of them.
True.
I'm just
She's true.
saying,
This is true.
Orlanth has nothing against thruples.
This is true. Kerr, what have you been up to?
Well,
You did want your home kept as is, your cage, but that was in
I
the middle of the
We're
area.
like, we have
Yeah.
to move it out of the courtyard now, so it's in one of the little rooms.
Why did you move it out of there?
Because that's where holy rites to Orlanth will be conducted, and also service rites to Ernalda.
And it's just like kind of in the way, where people walk and stuff.
And
Put him in the outer ring somewhere. Like
Well,
14.
no.
Well,
You're
no,
not even
I
going to
mean,
let him be in the
no.
main ring.
we
Wow.
can ask him where he
Well, I
would
feel like the
to
main ring should be our more vulnerable community members, so like people with children and stuff like that.
That's a good
older.
point.
Why,
see
why,
where.
why would we put him in the back though? Because he's a philosopher?
You put him in the front so he dies first.
'Cause he's a
Just no,
nerd.
he's just in the outer ring because he's not in the inner ring. That's why.
Yeah, but you put him also in like the
I
back.
picked 14 because it was tiny.
Put
Listen,
him in the closet.
listen.
He
Wait,
was
5 is even tinier. Put him in 5.
Okay.
Can my
he's,
bed fit in there?
I
He's
think
been
4 is smaller.
technically he was here first, and
damn
he's
it.
been captured
He
here
wants
for
to
a
stay
long
in a cage.
time.
He needs limited space.
I
4.
feel as though he
Oh, wait,
should get
27 's
some
weird looking.
say in where he lives.
27's weird looking. Yeah, 27's fucked up. What the shit?
Oh,
I do like the most awkward one. Ooh, 40.
Okay.
No, that's 40.
that would be
Good ones are
27 or 8, I would say.
8 looks like it is going to be premium real estate. Honestly, that's almost like
8
it's got
looks
like
nice.
2. That's a 2-room
It's like a
suite
hallway
right there. Yeah.
It's not a 2-room. It's like a little hallway.
It's got a living room and a bedroom.
That is the banging room. Thank you very much. You can look into it and not directly see into it.
Oh, is that like a shared space situation?
You book it.
The honeymoon suite.
Oh God.
Where the newlyweds go?
Heart-shaped bed.
Yes,
Yeah.
put me in 17.
8.
Not yet. Soon. We should decide when we're going to get married, though.
We should pick a date.
Herds.
Yeah, it should be sooner before I change my mind.
Yes, it should be actually tomorrow.
No, we should celebrate
Oh.
settling in and our people being comfortable.
Oh,
stuff.
and
then
do we
You two are getting married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why, congratulations.
Thank you, Kerr.
How did you two meet and find
We-
each other?
We grew up in the same village, so we've known each other our whole lives. It took us a while, though, before we were together.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
You're invited to the wedding.
Yes.
Britta's like, uninvite him. I know I'm this weird about a wedding.
That's what I was kind of doing. I was just kind of standing there, just waiting for,
Yeah,
well,
we'll have drinks.
congratulations.
Open bar.
Yeah, Bryn will just hard stare at Rue now.
Oh, this is lovely. And when will the wedding be?
We haven't quite settled on a date, but soon, probably this season.
I look forward to it. As
He's
I
gonna
squeeze
give
into
her
my
hand
leg.
a kiss.
No. No.
I will have to find a gift for you two.
You don't have to, but
Just your
Oh,
presence is more
I-
than enough.
oh God, what is this?
All we need. You don't even need to come, really. It's.
Oh, no. It's too late. I'm like a vampire. I've already been invited in. It's too late.
Britain's gonna push Rue down the well. Like, why did you do that? Oh.
Yes, what have you been up to this time? Probably picking a home, possibly for you. Well, actually, no, because
You
Ezrala
and
is
your
very
wife, your first home together?
Ezrala is probably very busy with the blessing of
Oh,
other
the
people's
shrine.
homes.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Oh, blessing other people's homes.
The
That's smart.
I do think the moving in
Oh, I see, it's a shrine.
and the lighting of the different hearths and whatnot. For Des would be trying to help with that too. Like if they need to be built up a little bit, if like more stone needs to be brought
He's doing
in, like
masonry.
he's doing heavy lifting.
I'm sure
Carrying
by and
firewood.
large, a lot of the
Hardmark actually probably needs help getting like forge shit set up. That's heavy.
exactly what
Yeah.
it is. So you can't help actually set up the forge because that's sacred.
Yep.
That's part of
Help
the
move
Dustbrand
material
cult.
and stuff.
But you definitely can help him set up the. He needs some heavy stones and stuff brought in because you know you melt the bronze and you
Anvil
pour it into
shit.
like a sand cast and then you like sharpen it. So he's you're helping him like set that up, and he's eventually going to set up
Pounding
the
spikes into the walls to hang shit from and
yeah,
stuff.
that sort of stuff you're doing. Absolutely. And while you're doing that, Afar is kind of like flitting around and like also prettying the place up
Homing.
simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, homing it. Yeah.
Making it a homie, yeah.
I'll make
You're
her
making
queen.
it you're making it a smithy and she's making it a home.
Yep. It's just like pound stake in wall to hang armor
At
piece,
first, like, wow.
garland.
Yeah, exactly. It's like garland.
Beautiful ornate
It's hung
base.
on.
Like,
These are like our first really hearths since home, right? Like
Yep.
this is the first
Yep.
outside
Yes.
one.
This has
That-
been
that-
over a year.
Yeah.
You've had
Honestly,
an actual home.
Yeah.
we probably like cheer on and celebrate like every single one. It's like such
Absolutely.
a big deal.
Absolutely.
This I feel like for Des, this is like a big thing because like especially because we all had to like do the ceremony to put out
put
our
fires, yeah.
our hearths. The relighting of new ones is I can't say like not nostalgic because like I
It's emotional.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And think about the first, like you're seeing Ordrin and his family have their first hearth and home ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, this baby's been on the run basically since
Yeah.
the moment it was born, and now
born
this
in a
child's
lunar
gonna get to
slave
sleep beneath a
plantation,
roof.
and now it's going to have its own home with a roof.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Fuck it,
yeah.
we're building a bassinet for the baby.
So like this is my other like Des is all for bringing everyone here
Mhm.
because we already have families with us.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Why can't we have like because Des's family isn't here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
we have
we
some
can
time to
definitely
think about
invite
that.
them, or like
Yeah.
if it's
Make
the
it an
setup takes a while,
individual
we could
choice,
go out
right?
there and show up at different villages and be like, anybody want to come?
Quietly, discreetly, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slowly bringing everyone back.
Yeah, definitely not a mass exodus because people will notice that shit.
Yeah.
And like being on the road and traveling, you know.
And there will be some bigger traveling. This is the summer solstice. In another 2.5 weeks, there's the Feast of Sartar, which is the Founders Feast, which is a big kind of like 4th of July kind of celebration too. So there are some people will be traveling. So if you wanted to like sneak some through,
blend them in, yeah.
yeah, you can probably do that at that point in time. And then there's a big, you should know this Orlanth Rex holiday coming up. Orlanth Rex is the king version of the god Orlanth. That's coming up soon too. It's the week after the
okay.
founding of Saltron. But all right, so the day goes by, and eventually the priestesses go downstairs to reconsecrate the Earth Temple. Bryn, you and the warriors kind of have to clear out the non-Orlanth people to perform your own rituals to reconsecrate that center courtyard, which is open to the sky. Everything that's a blue dotted line around here is open to the sky. Everything that isn't is covered.
So the
all
smithy's
those,
probably in the inner ring actually for ventilation.
possibly,
in
I
the
was thinking it
inner
possibly
ring.
could be. It could be on the outer ring because I think
Yeah.
a good place for it would be.
John in chat was saying the blue dotted line indicates the areas to open sky, middle,
Yep.
and a teeny sliver between the first and second rings.
Yeah, there's like a
are open
ramp
to
up.
the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, a sliver.
Back
Okay,
there,
gotcha. So
Yeah.
the shelters themselves. are
Yeah, I
somewhat
was
roofed.
looking.
Okay, gotcha.
I was especially because you need a lot of room for that. So I was thinking.
I
it was
think
one of the
26.
bigger-
Yeah,
Yeah,
26
I was gonna
was
say
probably the one.
26.
Yeah.
26, yeah.
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 It's probably
I was-
26, and they might
or
live in
16.
27. Yeah, or 16.
16's
Yeah.
too in the middle of things, though. I feel like
Yeah.
it would need to be 26 to easily move things kind of in and out and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
For like
Yeah.
I would think like the smithy would be like 33 or 38.
3 or 30.
38,
the
yeah.
center.
38 is pretty
Oh,
open,
oh.
and they might live next to it, too. That's the other
Yeah.
thing.
I
Hmm.
feel like it shouldn't be inner ring, though. feel like it should be outer ring.
It could be. It's harder to steal shit from the smithy if it's inside.
Yeah.
50-50. We don't need to know specifically.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, because
One
I'm
of
going to
the
break
big
this open.
ones.
I'm going to talk about, before we get into the feast, I'm going to talk about improvements and what you guys might want to focus on.
Yeah.
Because there's an improvement section. And the idea
Oh yeah.
is...
I'm gonna post this on. I'm gonna post the version we are looking at with the numbers in the Discord because John points out that chat can't see the
Yes,
version with
they
the
have
numbers.
they have a different version. Yeah.
We're like numbers.
They're like,
So
what are you talking about?
We're like,
I am gonna save this. I'm gonna post this in the RuneQuest section of the Discord.
I think it might be already there, actually.
It's already in the Discord for sure.
no. Also, go see our
Then
Discord.
I'll go double check, do a little scrolly scroll.
You'd maybe pin it.
Yeah, I just gotta find it first. Here we go. Yep, I found John's original post, so I am hitting that, and I'm just gonna.
Oh, yep. There they are. And there's a couple of extra ones over there too.
Yeah. There we go. It's pinned in the RuneQuest channel for anyone who wants to see what we are talking about.
Oh, and this one, there's also
Handy
a couple
from
of
to
ones
claim
where it
rooms,
says
yeah.
Has like
So-
overlays where like there's tunnels and whatnot.
Yep. So some ideas. You've got some living space for you guys already. There was a broken dragon newt gate in that central courtyard.
That's right.
Yes,
a flint.
we have to start
Yeah.
putting
Have
There
flint.
was a
immediately.
flint.
We need that.
So the smithy, everything you want to do takes manpower and time. All right. So for instance, the red smithy, it's like Harvar can get it kind of like barely functioning where it can kind of repair your stuff. But if you want a full functioning red smithy, that'll take a season. So you'll have it by Earth season, fall, and it will take 1 point of community strength or con. So basically, like you'll have to dedicate a couple guys, like 10 or 15 people to help them, basically. Same thing, the Dragon Newt Gate
Yeah, the Dragon Newt Gate and the Smithy are the highest priorities, I think.
will be done. It takes, so it says 3 seasons, but it would be ready the 3rd season. So it would be ready in dark season.
We should start
Okay.
working on that immediately.
So those are things. The hospital would be, which would also double as a shrine to Shalana Arroy, would take a season. So
Now these things
if-
that we can only have one project at a time, sort of
No,
thing, or
I'm going to say you can
okay.
you can have all of those going,
as long as
but
we have
you're
the
not going to
manpower
have
put on each
you're
of
not
them.
going to have your full raiding party potential if you've got those people working on them. So I'm going to say if you're doing all of them at once, which is probably a really good idea, if you really needed to go out and fight, you probably have like 15 to 30 actual like available people to do that.
Soldiers.
And that would probably take away from people just doing the stuff like hunting and like making sure there are stuff here too, right? So something to think about. You're probably not going to be able to do any major raids in the summer if you're doing that.
It's fine.
It's okay if we can kidnap some nobles.
Yeah.
That'll tide us over a bit.
Well, they tend to be well guarded, so that's something. But yeah, all right.
We
Keep
can be
an eye out.
sneaky.
True.
Sneaky.
At some point during the everyone figuring out where their homes are and all of that, Arissa very sheepishly asks Kymreese if he would like to share a home with her, and they could make their own little place.
What would Kymreese say to that, Amber? I need a weird Kymreesism.
I think he would love to. I don't know.
I
don't
he
have a
would definitely
Kymreesism, but
want
I
to.
think he would love to. Yeah.
All right. He says something vague about the elements and how he would love to.
He would probably
there
say
with you.
something about never really having had a home before, but he would like to try.
Ooh,
Yeah,
perfect.
His
There you
home
go.
with his father was,
Yes.
not quite.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So projects, we're going to do the hospital,
Yes.
Flint.
Smithy,
Smithy, yes.
and Gate.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be ready in dark season. Okay, perfect.
Does Aranina want to be my neighbor again?
You ask her.
Yes.
She's like, fuck yeah. Who else am I going to share beer with?
All right.
Listen, though, I know you and like Bryn. Like, I'm just gonna say you got to keep it down. Okay.
It's my turn to keep you up on a weeknight.
She laughs and punches you.
There you go.
Bryn's like, not here. Yes.
Getting that Aranita street cred.
Yeah, he low-key feels like really special being bros with him.
I mean, you should.
He's like, yes,
You should.
do it.
Rue has literally positioned him so that he is engaged to one of the most dangerous women in the tribe and best friends with the other most dangerous woman in the tribe.
And he did it all by making good sandwiches.
This man chugs
sandwiches.
his respect woman juice
Yep.
daily.
Yeah, his mom is one of the highest priestesses of Ernald. Lonson was one of his most
Trainers,
integral
teachers.
trainers. He's like, didn't have a dad. The women made up for it in spades now.
So, throughout the afternoon, you all managed to get moved in. Your homes are blessed by a traveling priestesses. Basically, it's Liv and Ezrala leading Morganeth around. Ezrala has some, I want to say like willow branches or something like that she basically is like blessing like the hearth with, and then Liv or Ezrala like lights the fire and says a little prayer over it, and that's like pretty much like you're good, you're golden.
Oh man, this is our first home too. Like our
Yep.
first like
Rue
shared,
is like doing,
settled home.
and it is taking every ounce of serious in him to be properly reverent during the lighting of his hearth ceremony with his fiance. He's like,
Liv is the one who lights that for you.
yay.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
Mom.
Oh.
Once
He is
that's all
so happy.
done, the final thing to do
Oh. I did
Before
not
the party.
realize that.
is Shavashak obscures the fortress,
Yes.
Oh shit.
making sure
Dragon
that
boot.
only y'all can find it.
Shit. Okay, Kent. I changed
We
my
should
mind.
move the others. Yeah. secret fortress.
All right, cousin. You
Another
make
thing
good
we can do in
points.
the weeks leading up to the solstice when Chimerus is doing his initial preparations is like scout the mountains and stuff and try to work out some like hidden trails and things for escape.
Sure. The
Oh,
two
that
mountains
would
are
be
very,
much
very
our
high.
people, too.
But I will say, roll me a survival check.
Yeah,
Well,
try to map out
Let's see
some
how you're
good
doing. Yeah.
escape trails
Mm-hmm.
that people can learn. Let's see here.
Yes, if you're doing this, you can roll too.
Trying to open my dice box.
Or anyone else who wants to help can roll a survival check if they have it.
Me and my, I am gonna augment this because this feels important.
I don't know shit about.
I know. I was
okay.
like, I'll leave this to the woodsy people. I'll build temple stuff.
Yeah, you and I have other shit going
Yeah,
on.
ceremony stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fine.
augment with harmony because this is for the safety of my community.
Sure.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right. Regular success on the augment. I know, and it's a good thing I did that because I would have failed without it. But I got a regular success on the survival. with the
Heck yeah,
augment.
check it. Des, how you doing?
So because this is the first, like he's getting his family back together, he's going to, I'm going to augment with my love for my the bear fall instead.
Sure.
Uh-oh. You don't love them that much, apparently.
I
Did you
rolled a
just whiff
90
that?
out of 81.
Okay, so that's at least
So
not
what
eight,
you
like-
find while scouting is bees.
No, that was his
Here,
augment.
too.
That was his
That-
augment.
Ashley
That was my
moved in.
augment. We actually, there are bees that are our neighbors.
I know you find them. They are none too pleased.
Nope.
You're like, not that way.
I gotta. My nice and pretty dice have not been kind to me the last few times I've rolled them, so they are going away.
Sorry, I got a trail. You got a not trail. Like, this is where you lead the enemies with a small group. This is where we lead the community escaping.
Well, I still gotta roll for my survival.
Oh, yep, that was an augment. Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
So what is that? A failure on augment is minus first skill is 20%.
Minus 20?
Or is that only if it's a bad fail?
Yeah, I think it might be only if it's a real bad one. Hold on a minute. Let me just see. Where is it? Augments. Failure. Minus 10.
Oh,
10?
okay.
Yeah.
I pass.
Woo!
I rolled an 18.
You get very kind of so check your skill anyway. But you kind of distracted thinking about how excited you are to have a home again. So you're not paying the best attention. But I will say, Rue, you managed to find some decent pathways, like kind of over through the hills and mountains, down towards the woods around the wasp people.
Okay.
Which would be back the way you were, right?
Yep.
Des, you find trails leading the other direction.
Okay.
They're not very big trails. People going down them would have to go one single file. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But they come out on the other side of the Stormwalk Mountains, looking down over the Dundelos lands, Prax, and the Lunar Construction Project.
Ooh. Okay.
Because you're not that far away from that.
Can he see anything from there?
Oh, yeah. You can see it. You can see it. They're starting to build. You can see it's at the point that it's in now. They're really just starting to lay stone foundations for things. Yeah,
but they have the area and stuff.
They've cleared out an area. They have a wooden palisade around it. It is the size of a town, basically.
Holy shit! Do I have
it's a huge
I do. I
construction
have
project.
the telescope.
Oh, yeah, you have the bird ear. Yeah, you have the bird eyes. Yeah. If you go up there, this is what you can see.
I'll definitely go up there with once we reconvene and stuff. I'll go up there with Des and we'll take a look and.
They're beginning to lay stone foundations. It is surrounded by a wooden palisade, and it is basically like a tent town.
Tent town.
Yeah, with some wooden structures too, like where you think probably more important people probably live in them.
Yep.
It is. You see troops. It is very well guarded.
Number-wise,
yeah, I was gonna say how heavy guarded. Are we talking army, or like?
You see a lot of glinting of bronze in the sun on those walls and silver.
Lots of armor.
Yeah, lots of armor.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at the map. So it's good. I actually went away from Wasp's Nest.
Yes, you did.
You went the other direction.
You avoided the bees.
I avoided the bees.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just got the wasp nest and launched them?
Okay, well the bees are huge, so I assume their nests
that
are
would
even
suck
bigger.
for the lunars.
And you'd also have to deal with the bees first.
What if we build a giant catapult?
They're really big, like people ride them.
They're like small people sized.
That's crazy.
So it would be maybe like the size of a big boar. That's what I kind of imagine.
Yeah, because they have the people that ride them are basically described as pygmy size. So little people ride them.
They're like dog-sized bees.
Yeah,
they're like
dog size, like large dogs.
Halfling
so
and mastiff riding, but bee.
That's perfect. Yeah, perfect analogy.
Because they're
for Chris, who hasn't been in known this world very much, John did a reminder. It's this world is flat. This world is a cube in space, pretty much.
Yep.
So
yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So when you're up high, you can see pretty far.
And so I will tell you, standing on the Stormwalk Mountains, looking out over Prax, you can see the block, which is a massive square block of metal that's supposed to be a part of the spike that Stormbull actually used to crush the devil in his battle with the devil. You can see Prax looks like Prax isn't a desert. It's really more like the Great Plains. That's a better way to think of it. It's got grass and stuff, but you can see.
Has Bryn ever seen Prax?
No, I've never
No,
seen
Oh
it.
my god, he's going to take Bryn up here too to see
probably
it.
haven't seen it from there, but you can see in the distance, you can see some herd of something walking by. You can see some different oases and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's going to take Bryn up here to see Prax. And
you do
Pladscape
that
against
at some
looters.
point.
My
You
grandmother
do that.
would love to see this. She hasn't seen her home in a long time.
Down.
You know what? Honestly, we have to bring a lot of people up here so they get to know the paths. So field trips.
Yeah, but That was sometime over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Tonight, party. So Kymrese finishes the last ceremony. Shavashak is there. He says something again to Sensova, and that's some sort of culmination of some sort of ritual. And you guys start partying.
Yeah!
You have a home.
Beer, wine,
Drink
liquor.
red beer.
Yep.
Drink
Food.
red beer.
You have a home.
Not
So
beer.
Music,
it is a big
stories.
feast in the open area in the middle in the Orland Temple because Orland loves a
Of
party.
course.
Yeah.
Orland loves a party.
Yeah. So you having a party.
Dancing.
Yep.
I feel like people are actually smiling.
People are
some of them for the
actually
first
happy.
time in like
Yeah.
a year. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, you see in the faces of the people that you've come to know well because you've traveled and fought and shivered and been through deprivation with these people. Stress is gone for the first
This
time
is
in a
a
long
win.
time. They feel safe. Yeah. They feel safe for the first time in a long time.
No,
Because
Chris.
you know when you're camped out,
Yes.
as good as a camp
No.
is,
Yes.
you're
I
it is-
want to do a speech.
okay.
I see the shit-eating grin on his face. And he's
Okay.
like, no, Chris, this is a happy time.
Party's like speech.
And he's just gonna shoot us all
Pass the
down.
baby around.
I'm just gonna help recognize that as we build upon our new home on the home of those that came before us, and let it serve as a reminder as you looked at the ones that are next to you and realize that they can be taken away in a moment, just like those before us.
Yay.
Roll orate, Chris. You have it on your sheet there somewhere. I know.
God damn it. You are
Something to do.
sabotaging my relationship right now.
I am merely
I'm
just
going to put you in
saying
the
the
well.
reality. Saying the reality that
This is
your
like
lives
this
may
moment
be
of joy.
taken
Just
away
remember, like the
from
people before
any
us.
moment in time, and to realize that just like these people that were before us that were destroyed by a force of nature, I asked you to take a look at each other and be grateful for what you have, for it may be taken away in a moment's notice.
Ian, fuck you.
Roll orate, Chris.
Yes.
Yes.
I just
So what-
saw you.
You are attempting
Christian.
to roll under your
Under
orate.
your
Percentile.
orate skill. Yeah. So
Percentile.
percentile
Percentile.
dice under your orate skill.
I just saw you like Christian saying it's like, oh, this is a happy time and just Chris's grin
Yeah, I was
getting
just watching
bigger
his
and
grin
bigger.
getting bigger and bigger. I was watching it too.
And he leaned forward. I was like, no.
Yes. All right, where is Orate?
It should be under your communication type skills.
Yep. Communication.
So it should be first column, like partway down alphabetical order. So intimidate, intrigue, orate, first column.
Yep.
On the left.
Above
Oh,
speak
40.
languages.
So 2d10, is it?
Yep,
Yes.
2d10.
It's a percentile.
Percentile.
And you want to roll.
63.
You want to roll
Under?
under. Yeah, your orate.
Oh, I do not roll under.
Oh God.
Failure.
He's harsh to the vibe.
People
Well,
kind of like
No, I don't know.
a silence washes over the crowd as you say that, and everyone's kind of like looking at each other, like you do harsh the vibe a little bit for a minute or two, but then
It's like
What's your
tell a
aunt-
story
what's-
of our home.
what's your aunt's name, Brand? I'm sorry.
Oh, Annalise.
I'm not trying to harsh the
No,
vibe.
No.
Just
but,
trying to
um,
remind
you failed. That's why you're
not my
harsh to the vibe.
grandmother. You're talking about my aunt.
I'm talking about your aunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
aunt. Hold on.
That's,
Amber might remember more than I will.
The
Navenna.
one who
Yes,
Navenna.
Navenna.
I am such a
Navenna,
good future husband.
who has a horn of
Remember
like
the
full of
in-laws?
like ale, is just like all the more reason to celebrate now. Woo!
Yeah.
And
But
kinda
not
brings
this
everyone
moment.
back.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
yes,
"Yay!" And the vibe
that's
just goes
the
back.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John asked if there's the slightest chance of losing a leg, can like if someone
In
fumbles
dancing.
a dance roll,
Nah, probably not.
Limb quest at its worst.
Someone
Limb
fumbles
quest.
a roll so bad they fall down the stairs into the Arnold.
I mean, I'm sure
Just
I mean,
shit
there's
all the
some
way to the
nasty
bottom.
damage that you can happen. You get that one person that tries to do like a weird break dance, and
Yeah.
True, can be messed up, but we got a healer here. It's all good. Speaking of which, after this, Arissa, the 2 days after this, the holy day, I think it's this week, is a Shalana Arroy thing, so you can get some room points back.
Ooh.
And by that I mean fuck with my scores a little bit so I can get more root points and all.
Actually, it's in a couple weeks, but that's okay. We
That's
can
fine.
unless anything happens, we'll speed that part up.
Where's
Oh, you notice
Wind?
Lilia
Oh, here we go. Windwalker.
kind of lost in thought on herself by herself.
When he gets a spare moment from the partying, he'll bring her a cup of Aranina's beer.
Is that the stuff made out of blood?
Taste it and tell me.
She smiles and takes a big sip. There's just some spices and stuff, but it's not thick
Ambiguous,
enough
right?
for blood. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
good
the
though.
spices are hiding.
Could be. It's good though.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. That's all.
About the riders?
No. I was thinking. All right, it's a happy night. I was going to come with you with it another time, but I've got an idea. Okay.
Hit me.
So.
Ah,
so.
fuck!
So. We need to get into Whitewall
Yes.
because it's not going to last. And the only way I can think of doing that is through a myth.
I'm intrigued. Which myth?
That's what I don't know.
Fuck.
But I think, if I remember correctly, but you're going to have to ask maybe your mom or Morganeth, your ancestor, Hjort, drove people off and out of there in the darkness. And if he did, and you just recreate that path in a hero quest, you'll get into Whitewall. But you'd have to do it in dark season.
Right. Dark. How many seasons away is dark season?
So it's
that the
fire,
3?
earth, dark.
We're in
So
fire
you're
right now.
beginning of summer
Being
right
fire.
now. Earth is fall. Dark season is like November, December. Like think of like early winter is dark season. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 seasons. We'll be ready. I'll be
That's
ready.
what I'm thinking. We have a place to do it from too. Because you've got a temple now.
I'll talk to Morganeth and get the myth straight. You're right. He did get into Whitewall. I don't.
I mean, a
remember
bunch of people did. Like
the
Orlanth
details.
fought like an ocean or something then too. But I mean, I don't. These are your myths, so I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know them that well. But
It's okay. Sometimes I don't either.
they were just like stories to me. Not really like. Not to say that they're not important, but I mean, they were just told to me as in different context.
Yeah. No, thank you. That's kind of brilliant.
I am kind of brilliant.
You are. I'm glad to have you on our side.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
You were a little. Cheers. He's gonna go head back to his fiance.
Beyonce's getting drunk.
Oh God, is she getting like sloppy, shitty drunk? Is she like
Yeah.
drinking her problems drunk, or is she like having a good time drunk?
Oh, having a good time drunk.
Okay, that's fine.
Dancing. Make a dance roll.
Oh God, this
Oh,
did
fuck,
not work
dance
out
off.
well last
Do
time.
it, Brent!
Where we started last time. Jeez. Okay. Well,
If you bomb it, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a dodge roll to get in past the windmill of fists without getting
I
killed.
mean, you beat me last time we did this.
I did. I had
Yeah.
almost the moves.
I think the last
I got
time
a
we
s-
danced.
I got a 7.
Nice.
Hey,
I got a
check it.
7.
Good job.
I got a
You are
regular
like-
success.
You are dropping some amazing Orlanth dances.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
that's what it
dances
is. It's all the practice and training.
Yep.
Vingan dances are
the
usually like
people.
war dances.
Hmm.
So that's what you're doing, but it's still damn good.
Fuck. She's feeling the vibes.
Feeling
Rue's
the
just gonna
vibe.
admire her and not interrupt this dance for
Yeah.
a few minutes. Just tear it up. Lance probably up there too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is Jorna watching? Vibe check.
Oh, I guess Jordan's not vegan yet, but she
No,
could
no, no.
probably
But
still
I
dance
want
with
to
us.
see if Jorna's watching.
Watching Lonson.
Yes, we're vibe checking.
He's watching the dancing and clapping happily.
Okay, but not in any particular.
I mean,
The woman's happy. Let her
Yeah,
be
okay,
happy.
okay. Just vibe checking. Just vibe checking.
everybody, you know,
Wait, and I now look for Aranina. Is Aranina watching?
Arlene is definitely watching Lonson. Yeah. She's sitting
I'm
with
gonna
Morgan
start
F.
travel.
Aranina tends to dote a lot on Morgan F. So she's kind of watching, sitting with her and talking to her. But definitely, you see her like check out Lonson a couple times.
Rue's gonna just sneak on over. And he's gonna wait for a lull in the dancing, not interrupt their dances, and then he's gonna, at the risk of losing limb, take Aranina's drink from her and be like, "I'll hold this while you go dance." Just
Oh no,
look.
those are Orlanth dances. I'm not gonna do them. That's
Between
ridiculous.
sets.
That's sets. What are you trying to do?
You've earned it. Go have fun.
Oh, you're being
I'm not trying anything. I wouldn't dare.
you're being like my shield man. Is that what it is?
Aw.
And then he's gonna drink her drink too.
Fine.
Yeah.
I guess if you could get lucky, anyone can. She says, and she gets up and walks over.
Ah,
Yeah, she walks over and starts talking to her. Huh.
Damn.
Yeah.
He'll narrate
Purr.
a little bit to Morgan.
Hello.
Sharky in chat was wondering if anyone can in-game play instruments.
I can howl.
I can sing a little bit.
I played a recorder once at one point. I think we
don't-
all did.
IRL.
No, in-game.
Not in-game.
Oh,
in-game,
in
not
real
IRL.
life.
Oh, in game.
I got
In-game.
15, which is maybe enough to do a rudimentary set on a drum.
Arissa's not musically artsy, but she is handicrafts artsy.
We're
Oh,
nerds.
play
We're
instrument.
not
There it
band
is.
nerds.
I was gonna say, I think I put something into singing. Let me see if I can find it. I did put stuff into singing. I can sing. Yeah, I can sing.
Yeah. Des has actually quite a high sing, and he does have like a base of 25 for play instrument.
Damn.
Eh,
Your play instrument bass is pretty good.
where's
Yeah.
play
Well, that's
instrument?
because his manipulation is so high.
He's like,
Play instrument.
Bear
Oh yeah, I cannot
sounds.
play instrument.
Yeah,
Ken.
the modifier is just
Ken,
Just like
what do you Ken, what
bear
do we do
sound.
with the bass?
drop it.
drop
We don't.
it.
Drop it.
That joke
Kerr,
will never die.
Ordrin comes over and sits next to you with a beer. 2, hands one to you.
It's a beer, but it's got 2 straws.
No. He has one and you have one.
Thank you.
Where the hell have you been?
Learning.
So you went to that place down there with all them egghead scribes.
I kid.
In a way, yes. You know, learn a few things. Yeah. My mind expanded a little bit.
He just
Learn to
blinks
read.
and looks at you. Learn to read, eh?
Yes.
So you're a sage now, then? Like a Lankermai sage, gray man? Because you ain't got a beard, so...
No. No, I'm trying, but no. Like a little scruffy little thing.
Right. Well, these people, they saved my wife, saved my baby, so they're good people.
That's good.
Yeah. Right. Well, good talk.
Yes, you should come around again sometimes.
Oh yeah,
How have you
I will.
been?
Oh, good. I mean, I was enslaved for a while with my family, so that wasn't very good at all. But
Mhm.
I got out, and then, like I said, they helped us raid the plantation and get my wife and my baby out. And since then, I've just been fighting with them. So pretty good.
Sounds like it got
Not many
better.
of us. You did. It got not many of us, but we feel like we made a difference, especially down south with killing that shaman.
Yeah.
There's a shaman.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, she was a real bitch.
Real bitch. This is
Disease
good.
spirits, enslaving ancestral spirits of the community. Yeah, she was a piece of work.
He tells you all those
So you-
things that Amber just said. Yeah.
So you trust them?
Yeah. Got no other choice, really.
No choice.
Be a slave or be free and trust them to fight with them. Nobody else is fighting.
You always have a choice, though, don't you?
Hey, become a lunar citizen.
It's an option, but you chose not to do it.
Bryn hears that, she just comes out of nowhere with a fist. She's like, it is not an option because I'll kill you.
Then
It's an
die.
option for dead people.
Technically, it's still an option.
It's still an option.
He is right.
You always have it. That's the thing is that even as a slave, you always have a choice.
Oh, you're too smart for me. Anyway, make sure you have some of the deer. I killed it. And he walks away.
I killed it.
I'm going to find somebody else to talk to.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
I
Who's he
want to.
talking about?
Her and Kymreese would be amazing, but I don't feel like role playing Kymreese through that.
Yeah,
So
no.
you see
We need
Arissa.
Troy, a special guest, just to talk
Yeah,
to
we
her.
do, just to have that conversation. Yeah.
Just two weirdos trying to out weirdo each other.
He's so
Mhm.
chaotic.
Which one will dead ass lick the other one while looking into their eyes first?
Kyrie's.
That would be
Just
Kymreese.
weirdo
That would be
That's
Kymreese.
Kyrie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And
Kymreese.
Arissa would just be like, honey, wash your mouth after that. You don't know where he's been.
Yeah, you see Arissa.
Oh
Yep.
god.
It's true though. She would
For
probably be
context.
sitting down.
Ursa is somewhat tall, especially next to her boyfriend. Very pale, heavily layered,
Yes.
sickly looking young woman who is always bustling around providing healing services to others.
She's a white lady.
Yeah, long, kind of scraggly black hair. She looks like she would be tan if she wasn't so
She's
sick.
like 10 shades paler than everyone else.
Yeah,
It's
like
startling.
she should be like tan. She's not. And yeah, just like bundled up in varying layers of clothing and
Because she's a
all these
shapeless mass of colorful
baggies
patterns.
yeah.
Well, hello. I would
Oh.
love to learn about you all that saved me.
Quite a lot to learn.
Well, we all have to start somewhere. My friend says you saved him.
Your friend?
Ordrin.
Ordrin. Yes.
Oh,
Already found
Ordrin.
out. Yes.
Yeah. He Ordrin, when we first met him, was under enslavement by Lunars, and they were using him as a guide to try and help them find something. We took opposition to their presence and existence. Well, fought with them, made sure not to harm him because we knew we're like, hey, you're not one of them. You're just a guy. And he joined us from there, and he was able to lead us to where his wife and baby were, and that was,
I think he helped us kill the Lunars too. Once we had like taken a few of them out, he actually
yeah,
picked up a weapon and threw in with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He's
It
been
was
he's joined the community quite well. He's been extremely helpful for a group of people that is not his own. He barely knew us, and it is just already proven to be incredibly helpful and kind.
it was very kind of you to help him. Why? Why did you help him?
Because I'm trying to remember exactly why we ended up killing the Lunars.
Because they
were-
peed in our mother
They
effing
peed in
Oh,
their
that's
fucking
right!
well. Yeah.
That's what it was.
He peed in our waterfall. That
The-
fucking.
in our water spirit.
The Lunars.
And then that particular one
They
got an arrow
despoiled
through the
a
junk from the
sacred
back.
site of ours.
The Lunars that he was with, we found them at a sacred pool of ours that would lead down into the river into our old home. The Lunars decided to
Befoul the waters.
desecrate the site in their own little way. One of them took a piss in the holy water.
Yeah.
And obviously we took offense to that.
I took that personally.
And we knew
So anyway, I started blasting.
it's very obvious who's a lunar and who's a lunar slave. And he didn't do anything wrong to the site. He wasn't encouraging them to go on. And as soon as we started taking out some of the lunars, he started helping us take out some of the lunars. Words didn't have to be said. We knew we were on the same page.
So he was useful.
Yes, he was very helpful. I don't like useful.
But that's what he was.
It wouldn't have. I'm not there.
Bryn's tearing it up on the floor.
By technical definition of the word, yes. It's just not one I choose to utilize.
It works. But no, you saved my friend, and he is deeply cares about you all. He trusts you.
That's good. I'm very glad. I know we are quite the... Did he explain to you how our group ended up out here and not
Nomadic.
where we were?
No, he got tired of our conversation.
He's a new father. I understand. The Lunars tried to raid our home. They grew tired of our
Resistance.
resistance, thank you.
You didn't
They
pay
grew tired
taxes.
of our
And we
resistance
Two.
didn't pay taxes.
and tried to take matters into their
And we
own
sent them fake
hands
cows.
with force. And when under potential threat of our homeland being razed and the ground burnt, we escaped and we flooded the Vale. We hope to
drowned
return
a bunch
to
of those fuckers.
we hope to return to our home one day, but when it's safe. And we have a lot to do before it's going to be safe again.
Same happened to my family. They're dead.
The Lunars took over.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's what, unfortunately, family does. They die. We can only move on.
Just need to keep this man away from Bryn. This will not be good.
But I am grateful for all the time that I had with him.
Exactly. That's all we can do sometimes.
That is.
And we keep going. We make a new home.
We rebel.
We rebel. Oh, trust me, we have done plenty of that. If you want all the good frontline stories about that, you go talk to Bryn and Rue.
Ooh, I'll have to.
Oh
That'll
God.
be exciting.
Why?
Or
Why
if
do you
you-
send him to us?
Or Descara as well. The man almost completely lost an arm in one battle. That was terrifying.
He's a man of
Mm.
few words, and at least half of those are thanks.
Mm. Well, thank you for this conversation. It is so nice to hear that we have so much in common.
Good. I'm glad. And hopefully you can find some comfort in this place like we are.
Oh, it's so cozy.
She just kind of nods and doesn't respond. She does not know how to respond. Arissa's awkward, but this is a different flavor of awkward.
Mhm.
Who invited Nietzsche to the party?
Oh, don't worry, he's here. With his big old fucking bushy mustache.
Fucking invited Nietzsche.
Well, I'll let you go. Bye.
Raises her little wine bowl and takes a little sip.
Skull.
I like to imagine he just like vanishes into the shadows.
Just backing away as he drinks from the
Yeah,
bowl.
no, wait, Chris. Actually, just
Fucking-
like back up
Oh, yeah.
in real life.
Fucking like double fist.
Into the darkness
Like-
of his camera.
Exactly. And then just gone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wait, actually, because I was gonna say we determined all of our heights by our size.
Oh, we have to add you to the lineup.
Yeah,
How tall
what-
are you? How the size
What
are
is
you?
your size, Chris, for your character
Your
sheet?
stat.
Character has
Yeah.
a size stat.
SIZ size.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
in
like
team
strength,
tall
It's
or
with
team small?
con. It's like strength, con, size, and dexterity. It's on their first page of your character sheet.
The page that has like a little dude on it.
Oh,
It's below the dude.
It says 12?
Oh, same. Okay, so he's the exact same
You're the
height as
bridge.
Arissa. He's
You're
5'8".
one of the rare mediums.
Yeah, we
I'm
are
a
middle
medium boy.
team middle ground. Yeah.
12 average? Wow.
Wow, we got 2 tall, 2 small, and 2 mediums now.
Yeah.
Ah.
The average shifted because Ven was also team tall, so we
Yep.
lost a tall, regained a medium.
Mm.
Okay. Bothered everybody. Yes, I think I have.
We want to do our midpoint break here.
Let's do that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
I
good
know-
spot. That's a good
I
spot.
know Amber
Yeah.
wanted to.
I don't know if she wants to, but she will.
I'm so full. I'm so full. That's a bad idea, but I am gonna get that fruit.
Get that fruit, girl.
I'm going to tell the story
Guys,
about
if
my
you
white
haven't
people
eaten a
tacos.
golden honeydew, I highly recommend you find one immediately and eat it over the sink like an animal. It's so good.
That's such a specific.
Walk away.
I was like cutting it up and I meant to like cut up a bowl of it, but I tried a piece and then I just I ate 2/3 of the melon just at the sink. Like it was so good. This is a really
Amazing.
good melon, guys.
I love this so much.
Snack.
All right,
So I
Christian,
got
what story are you telling?
the taco story. So we have this place Calientes by us, which is like amazing,
Yep.
amazing Mexican food, and they do really good tacos. And actually, it's almost a tradition that on a night that we stream, I get Calientes because it's like my comfort food. And so tonight I got the tacos. Yeah, they're really good, like street tacos. And I wasn't thinking because they sometimes if you get the tacos, you get like it's not the tacos, it's a burrito. You get a little thing of salsa and chips with the burrito. So I was ordering the tacos and I was like, "Oh, do you want salsa?" And I was like, "You know what? I haven't tried their hot salsa yet. I'll have their hot salsa." Not realizing they put it on the tacos, and it kicked my white boy ass. like kicked my wife. Yeah, like seriously, I need like taps played for me because it was like harsh. Yeah.
Ugh. I got nervous when I was buying salsa, just staring at like mild and medium. I'm like, is medium too much for me? But like, not that I eat a lot of salsa. Like,
I can do
literally
medium easily. I can do like the store, like the off the shelf hots. I can manage, but like this was like Mexican restaurant hot. I can't manage.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
this
like, I
is
was like,
authentic Mexican cooking hot, and you don't.
yeah, they were like, this is like
don't.
real Mexican person hot. It was like, holy
Yeah.
mother of God. Yeah.
God, that's like, oh, I gotta see if I can find this meme. There's a meme of a white guy ordered from this restaurant. And he was like, he's like, no, like the hottest sauce you have, like I can take it. And the receipt says like, make so hot he wants to die or something. Like, let me see if I can find this fucking meme. Yeah, I fucking found it.
Put it in Discord.
It's
It was pad thai. I saw that meme today.
It's pad thai. I'm gonna link to it in. It's gonna go in the meme. Where's the meme queen's channel? There we go. It's make him regret being born. It's the funniest fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Thai food. Just as spicy. Make him regret special prep being born. Like, it's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, time for my break.
Yeah,
I'll be right back too, actually.
I had there was a while where I was like trying to find the spiciest food I could handle. And at one point I was just trying like different hot salsas, and there was like one salsa that was just like the it wasn't Carolina Reaper salsa, but it was another like hot pepper salsa.
Ghost?
Yeah, the ghost pepper salsa.
Doing it, Jess. I'm eating the rind and it's fine.
Really?
Oh.
All right. Well,
And I had I was looking at it, I was like, I want to try it to see if I can handle it, but I also want to enjoy these chips.
So you try it on the last
I was
one.
with you for that. That's right.
Yeah.
This is at the Big E.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't even then. I was like in Dave's, like buying salsa for myself.
Oh, I thought we were. I thought that's what
We were trying
I
salsa
remember
at the
that.
Biggie, though.
We were trying salsa at the Biggie.
Reminded me when you said tortilla chip.
Yeah, yeah, John. Like I've had some at work, because I work in blue collar like manufacturing stuff now. During like parties and stuff, we have this one guy that has like this super spicy, like 2 million plus Scoville hot sauce. It's just like chemical burn at a certain point.
Why have I met more than one of this man in my life? The guy was like at a party and he just brought his own hot sauce because it's really hot.
Because that
Oh,
it
makes
that
sense.
that is a personality type.
I was like, I have
like-
met this man more than once.
Yeah.
In different forms.
Plus, like,
So like,
if you grow your own pepper, there's kind of a pride in that too, you know.
oh yeah, no. Like this was store bought like
Oh, just
hot
really
sauce,
spicy.
like really spicy hot sauce, and he'd be like, he'd like bring it over to like the new people to be like, here, you guys should try this. And honestly, the best way that I find to like give a big fuck you to those guys is to have it and do your damnness to not to make a reaction.
Like, it's all right. It's a little hot.
I had that motherfucker on a cookie, and I was like,
Probably helpful.
not
It's
bad.
probably helpful, actually.
I went around my library last week because I had this jar of hot pickles, and they were actually pretty hot for pickles. So I was like I was all right, but my scalp was warm, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is hot for a pickle. So I went around the library trying to get all my coworkers to try it. And they're like, how hot is it? And I'm like, it's hot for a pickle.
Amber, look, you're that dude. You're that
Yep.
dude.
With the pickle, yep.
It's
Uh-huh.
hot
I
for
was-
a pickle.
It's
Amber,
hot for-
pickles
it's
aren't
hot.
supposed to be hot.
But like you've had hot pickles before, you know, like this is
A little spice
this
with it,
pickle
like pepper.
actually has some heat. Like, and Colin was like, "It's all right," and Caitlin was like, "It's all right." And then Sarah Degnan almost died when she ate
Oh.
it. She like started choking and stuff. I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
no, I've killed my
My
colleague."
sweet
There-
girl.
there's always a few people who like especially like at work. There's always people that like they go to try it and they overestimate. Like there was a couple of people during our holiday party last year that literally went to their knees.
It's
And it was
also
like we're like, are we gonna have to call an ambulance, dude? And he
It's
was
also-
like, no, I got it.
oh. It's also interesting, like different hot things will affect different people. Too.
Yeah.
Like there are some things that are universally hot, but like some people can take some things more than others.
It was
right?
like
Yeah.
the heat in the brine. It just took her down, man.
I don't
the,
blame her.
yeah.
I wouldn't be
This
able to do that.
this last holiday party, like we have our in my group that came in to work, we have our like young and dumb
Aw,
people.
Hmm.
of course.
And he's still like he just turned 21 like
Oh, a baby.
last year,
yeah.
baby. But like he's still young enough to be like, dude, no balls, you got this, no balls. We got him to do the hot sauce
Unwise.
twice
Wow.
Oh, buckaroo.
because the first time he did it and like he had that like lip quiver, like breathe in. And it was just-
Universally hot, Erenina.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
Amber, you're just eating out of principle now.
I am. This piece is hard. I will give you
I
that.
told you.
But yeah,
I'm gonna eat it though.
Okay. That's a pregnant pause. We can start again. Okay. I mean, the night passes unless anyone else has anything else to do.
Rue, when he goes back to Bryn, is gonna go up to her, and pull her into a dance, and he's gonna tell her, "I know you've been worried about having offended Venga, but I saw her with you while you were dancing tonight."
Hmm.
Aw, I have the best boyfriend fiance. Aw. She'll give him a big little hug.
A big little hug.
It's a
Yeah.
big hug, but
Yeah.
I'm small. I'm like the smallest one in the group.
There's like a foot height difference between them.
Yeah.
It's like
Some-
if you've ever seen me and my boyfriend, that's the exact same deal. as
Yeah,
Rue and
kind
Bryn.
of.
Diving into his cleavage.
No. No, actually, I don't know. Aw, best fiance.
Fiance.
I know I'm gonna ruin this for me.
Gonna be a wonderful wedding
Yeah.
to ruin.
Ah,
X-Men
You
wedding.
stay the fuck away.
Yeah, you'll just kick my ass in real life. Invite my parents to library programs.
They invited themselves.
I know they did.
This is like a new threat because normally my threat is like, I'll call your wife. She'll let me in.
It's
she
much
loves
worse.
Me.
It's much worse
I
to call my parents. Trust me. It is like my wife. I don't care. And if you're like, I can call your
Aw.
parents, I'm like, cringe. I will die of cringe. No.
It's like I'll take your wife out to dinner while Amber kicks your ass.
That's a threat too. Yeah. All right. So the evening passes, and the summer wears on. There's much to do with getting the place up and running. If you want to send out raiding parties, you can. It's up to you guys. You still kind of have your scouts like checking regularly on people, but they report back that they're not really finding much besides a couple of merchants and things like that.
I feel like we shouldn't completely let up the pressure that we built.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like having raiding parties go out.
We don't want them to think that we're gone necessarily.
I guess, but quiet to something too. Especially since they're looking for us. Quiet to something too.
Shot
That's
quiet
fair.
shows that we're scared of them.
Fair. So if you send out smaller raiding parties, you probably instruct them to deal with smaller better
Yeah,
targets.
sort of like leave messages, like hang
Yeah.
some dead lunars upside down by their ankles from a tree, some shit like that.
Sometimes live lunars.
Give me a Kent community strength
shit,
roll.
Gotta pull up the community sheet 1 second.
I don't know why my
Half
brain
it though, because you got people working on projects here.
Yeah.
my brain switched words that you said around in my head, and I heard a community Kent roll, and
Community Kent roll, because this is our community Kent. So.
Okay. Community what roll?
Give me a strength, but you know what? Don't half it. Make it 2/3. 2/3 of whatever the strength is. Yeah, 2/3 of the
Wow,
strength
that's-
times 5.
Really nice.
I would also like to propose a calling card of
You have an
small
idea?
river stones in the mouths of the dead. We have
Ooh.
now drowned 2 units of lunars.
That's fair. Do you want to do that?
I love it.
that's sick as fuck.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
That is our calling card.
Can the community roll be augmented with anything?
Sure.
We have community things.
I would say
To augment?
that everybody has it. I will give the community a hate lunar passion. That makes sense that they would
Alright.
have that. I just
Yeah.
use
You have
yours.
one
Just
reroll.
use yours, and we have a reroll. But yeah, use yours to augment.
So I will use my. That is a normal success for the augment.
So plus 20 to whatever you wind up with here.
And that is good thing I augmented because. Oh, actually, I would have gotten it right on the dot anyway. Rolled a 20 out of 20, so 20 out of 40 with the augment.
That's pretty good. You send out a couple of different like parties, but they're small. They're like more in line with what the regular group of like bandits / rebels in Sartar is. There's like groups like 20 or 30 people. They have to shy away from a couple of bigger supply caravans because they're just too big, but they're able to hit a couple of smaller ones where they just, like you said, kill some guards, leave some riverstones, steal some stuff. By and large, now here's the question: do you guys leave the drivers and stuff alone because they're not really? They might be lunar, but they're not part of the lunar army. They're part of the Locarnos cult, which is the wagon god cult. Which, even though he's
Is that a lunar wagon god?
he's the one of like the part of one of Yelm's like people. I'm reading the Fire and Sky book, everyone. But he's also like respected in Sartar because he gets along with the Asaris because it's like wagons. They're basically like the Teamsters, but a religion.
We need
They're in
someone to
charge of
tell.
wagons.
I would lean towards leaving the drivers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we should kill them, but I feel like we should like either take or like disable their wagon.
Ooh.
Take an ear.
So that is probably a bad idea.
So?
At least disabling the wagon.
I love her.
No, I said, do you think so? I didn't say so. Why is it a bad idea?
Going on like the same thing. It's like if they're not. Thinking of it in real world terms, it's like if you fuck with the a transportation union, like you're not going to get
They
your
will shit
goods
on your
delivered.
desk.
My thought would be, and this is not an Arissa thought, this is someone
How
else
do we
in the
make
clan,
them on our side?
is
You
basically
teach
when
them a lesson.
the raiders like go out and go like go for the hit, it's basically put a blindfold over the driver, just be like, don't fucking move, we won't touch you or your wagon, fuck up the shit, kill the lunars, and then tell the guy, wait 30 seconds to take your bag off, and by that time we'll be gone, and we don't fuck with the driver.
We should lean in when they're bagged, and we should tell them, you should charge the lunars more. You really don't get paid enough for this. And then leave them and hope they jack the prices on the lunars.
Yes,
idea.
there we go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you should charge more if you don't
They
get paid
are
enough for this.
choosing to work with these creatures. You should teach them a lesson.
I mean, the lunars are people. They're like the worst of people, but they are people.
I'm starting to like this guy a little more.
But yeah, I think if we keep the pressure up like that and we can
Just
get some
simply
consistent
just
messaging,
take
like
something.
you really
You
don't get
take
paid enough for
something.
this. Like
Yeah.
You take
Well,
it
'cause,
in
high
like,
the-
prices. That puts a
do-
little pressure on them.
Do these folks deliver for us too? I don't think so, right? They
I
just.
mean,
Oh, they
they're
do.
fairly, not for you guys in particular personally, but they're
like,
like,
for
They
Sardar.
do business with the Sardarites
yeah.
and the Lunars.
Let me put it this way: if you were like, "Hey, I'm
okay.
going to put together a caravan that's going to use wagons," you would go to their, you'd be dealing with these people. They're the
Okay,
ones
then I
in
see what
charge
you're
of
saying,
wagons.
Kat.
Their
Yeah.
god invented the wheel, so that's
Gotcha.
like,
I understand now. All right.
So they're Sweden.
Yeah.
yeah, they're the Teamsters.
Oh, they're
is what I-
Switzerland.
they're the-
yeah.
They're supposed to be
Oh,
ultra,
I was like-
ultra neutral.
I was like, Sweden?
Like
Did
old-
Sweden discover the wheel?
No, they're like ultra. They're like ultra neutral. So, but like still.
Okay, Switzerland.
I mean, they personally have their own.
Yeah,
I would
Chris
say it
says,
this way.
"Okay, this is going to keep happening. You can use this as an opportunity to charge more. Think about that."
That's fair. That's a
Yeah.
very. That's
That's
probably
gonna
a
do
very
it.
drivers
good.
aren't the ones
yeah.
that's not. But the drivers aren't the ones that are making the charges.
Oh, they are in this. They're union. They're not corpos.
The wheel was most likely believed to be invented by the Sumerians in Lower Mesopotamia, which is
Hey.
modern-day Iraq.
Sumerian bros.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yo,
Building
Sea
them chariots.
Stock!
Hey, 29
Fucking
months.
29
Thank you,
months
sir.
sub! Thanks so
Oh,
much,
wow,
homie!
Seastock.
Mucho appreciado, my dude.
I used to think you should take it here.
Yeah, John puts it the best way.
Yep.
You're in the mob. You're robbing a truck. You're not going to fuck with the driver in his truck. You're just going to take the stuff out of the truck.
Yeah, we'll just take
In turn,
the stuff.
he didn't see anything, right?
Yeah, right.
You have that option if you want to be cool with them.
Right.
And yeah, you can also just be like, yeah, like don't mess with these people, right? Like, or charge them more, right? Because this is, this is banditry now.
This is honestly a win-win if you look at it this way. Like the Lunars are starting to take a lot of hits. A lot of hits are coming on Lunar caravans. They're higher risk. You charge them more, which puts a strain on their resources, which helps us. We're a symbiotic relationship, really.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I mean, you're able to hit a couple of smaller ones, caravans, or largely unguarded ones, and get some good stuff, including some more bronze weapons and things like that. Which or just bronze in general. Which once the smithy, the red smithy's up and running, he can fasten some more decent arms and shields and such, like for you folks.
Someone
some
just comes
cloth.
home like, Harvar, we have gifts!
Yeah, you get some weapons, you get some cloth, which is a good thing because you can start making some new clothes for people because your clothes are pretty ragged from having been out and wandering around for over a year now without
Doris
access
is
to
only
like
down
stuff.
to like 4 layers.
Yeah, some of her layers are very threadbare. So that goes on. One day, Bryn and Des, what are you guys doing here together?
We're together?
Yeah,
Me
it's
and
during the day.
Des?
It's during the day, though. No, Bryn and Rue, I'll say. Bryn and Rue. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what Bryn and Des would
Bitch
actually
about
do
your
together.
spouses.
They just yap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I could see us
Maybe planning for
going
like
up. I could
Oh,
see
okay.
us going up towards that viewpoint and looking at Prax,
cracks, yeah.
and also being like,
Why do we say that you are? That's a great
Yeah,
thing.
cousins. Having some cousin
Take this out.
time.
You know what? You guys are doing that. Bryn, you get up to the top of the mountain right where there's a saddle where it starts to go down, and you've never seen Prax.
Both of us, I don't think, have.
Des has because he's been up here
I
before.
have. I've been.
Yeah.
up there
Oh, you
once
have.
before.
Oh,
But
okay.
Honestly, I would honestly say like Rue definitely brought Bryn up here once before, but this is us who are Praxian descent
Praxians
seeing
going to
it.
see it together.
You
Yeah.
can see you're used to Sartar, which is hilly. You grew up in the mountains. Prax is flat. And
It's
so
our first time in Idaho.
almost as far
Iowa.
as you can see, you see these dry grass plains just stretching off into the distance. You see hills here and there, especially in the Dundalos lands. There are hills, and then it just becomes flat. Off in the distance to your right, you see the block, which is just a tremendous... I joke, it's a D6, just sitting on the ground. It's just a block of solid metal or rock you can't see from the distance that you've been told from your grandmother the stories of Stormbull fighting the devil, and he squashed the devil with a piece of the spike, like just, and it looks like it hit the ground and like rolled. There's like a furrow, right?
Damn. Okay.
You see parts of the desert where it's just dry, where it is desert, it's not plains, it's just dried out, which you tell from your grandmother telling you that they call that the dead place. That's where the goddess Aritha actually gave up some of her life force to heal Stormbolt when he was fighting the devil, and so that place is like just blasted out of life. It's just an awful place. But by and large, it's like a grassy plain. It looks like the Great Plains. You see some animals in the distance. You see there must be like a herd or a tribe like walking past, like there's dust kicked up, like way off in the distance. Here and there, you can make out some green oases in the middle of it.
It's crazy to see a place that you've only heard stories about.
Yep.
So looking at Prax in the book that we have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Where our grandmothers are from.
Trying to look at the block.
Is the area around the Lunar Temple also grassy and dry?
Hilly.
Fuck. Is it grassy hilly?
See,
Is it flammable? Is what I'm asking.
well, if it's dry enough, yes.
The actual temple, though, isn't going to be made out of.
No, but right now they're basically a tent city, and tents are flammable.
In the distance, you also see the haze. It's far away, but Garantha's flat and it's a clear day, so you can see far. You see the haze of what you know to be the Zolafell River, which is where Pavis is.
Yep, I was just looking at Pavis.
Pavis is where Pavis is a ways away from you guys, but it's where
Ven went, right?
That's where Ven went.
Oh, best friend.
And then a seventh screen opens and Rainy is here. I'm waiting for it. One day I know it's gonna happen.
I know.
Like we won't even know the seventh screen will just open and fuck up everybody's layout, and then just Rainy will be there.
Yeah.
But like he'll be wearing full crow makeup.
I was like Chip Sanders.
That'd be amazing. If you could get him to do that, I will
just
like
full god.
I will lose it.
Oh, okay. There's the block. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's like several things on the first one that I saw on the map for Prax in the main book was actually Pimper's block.
Mm-hmm. Pimper's block is not the block.
Is that it? And then I saw the obscure plinth in the north, and I was like, that's kind of square.
No,
like,
the block you can't mix. It's the block is
yeah.
huge. Yeah. I have somewhere in one of the books there's a picture of the block. It's kind of looking back at the mountains you guys are on. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Oh, nice.
But so yeah, you're looking out over that.
It's gonna be really cool to bring my grandmother here, but also bring all the little cousins here and tell them the stories that like our grandmothers told us.
Yeah. I can't wait to see my dad and all my siblings together again.
Me too. It's been a long ass time. A long ass time. Shit, they're probably big now.
Yeah. I was actually just looking because out of scenario right here when Sarah said that her oldest was turning 16. I was like, fuck, I know, like I aged up my my siblings, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's like Garrick was 16, so he should have gone through his right.
No. Rue, as they're reminiscing, you're back at Storm's End. What are you doing? You and Arissa. And Kerr. What are you guys doing in the fort?
You know, if Kerr is literate and he is willing, Rue is still trying to learn how to read and write. Rue has been trying in little spats and pieces here and there when he gets time and someone with knowledge or resources with knowledge, but it's been very, very difficult. So, yeah, he'll be like, Kerr, I heard you did some trading up at the Isser's temples.
Yes.
Can you read and write?
Oh yes.
If you would Not to put you out or anything. You can say no, but if you wouldn't mind, maybe showing me a little. I've been trying to learn.
Sure, but you teach me something that you know that I don't, as well.
I'm a hunter by trade. I know a lot about tracking, and if you want to run around and kill things with your teeth on the full moon on
Ooh,
wild days.
that does sound like fun. Fine, then it's a deal.
All right.
Do we have to be naked?
You don't have to be naked, but I will be.
So is it better than I'm naked to make sure that you're not uncomfortable?
You know, once I'm a wolf, I don't think I'll really mind either way.
Okay. Well, it's getting warm, so I might be naked too. Okay.
Yeah, I'll maybe warn Arissa. Sometimes she joins me. She will not be naked.
Why not?
She likes her clothes and privacy.
No one has seen
Hmm.
Arissa's skin in 16 years.
Arissa isn't never nude. She's one of those characters that even if you try to picture her nude, you cannot. Like as
She
far as
showers
she
in-
bathes clothed, like it's a bit
Filthy.
You hear, as you're having this
Absolutely
conversation, horses just riding in, like in a hurry.
Do we have horses out right now, or are these definitely not us?
No, you have people out right now.
Oh shit. I better go. I'm gonna check out that. Thank
Okay.
you, Kerr. I appreciate it.
I will
It's
join you.
Lilia and a
All
couple
right.
of other people.
Yeah, Rue will kind of like trot out to see like immediate track. Is anybody injured? Do they look worried?
No, they look fine. Just she jumps off her horse. She's like, "You should see this."
All right.
What's going on?
You got to see it to understand.
He'll
Okay.
get on the horse with Lilia. She's probably riding his horse because it's one of the
Sure.
best horses in the camp,
Yep,
and it doesn't like him very much.
People will take you on horses if you want to go that way, that route.
Yeah.
Kerr, you're invited too. To kind of like wait to see if you're going.
Yeah, if you're looking to learn new things, I think we're all about to learn something. So
You
Yes.
jump on, like, kind of, fortunately, there are three. So you jump on the back of three horses and you ride out down the path that you followed, Rue, that you found that goes kind of towards.
like in Red Dead, there's always just enough horses.
Just
for your
enough,
party.
magically. You find your way out. I haven't seen what the new thing is this month. I haven't logged on to see.
It's like all
It's naturalist
roles.
and collector.
Collector?
It's the
There's
last
a
two,
super
yeah.
specialist, yeah.
Cool. Oh, they did them together. That's cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You ride down that path and you get out to the still in the hills, but overlooking close to where the inn is.
Geo's?
The Geo's Cave Inn. Where you're on enough hills where you can see the roads, the royal roads leading south out of Wilmskirk. And even without any sort of like vision enhancement, you see just a glint of sunlight on metal of a long ass line marching out of Wilmskirk south.
I will add the visual enhancement to see if I can see more.
Sure. You bring out your bird skull and you look through its eyes and you use the magic points to boop, 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 get the Farsi. And yeah, you can see it's far away, but again, it's a clear day. Fortunately, you can see closer. These are blonde men with very long beards, like square beards that are like braided or like curled, golden or silver. Golden meaning bronze helmets. Some of them are gold though, or like lined with gold, like kind of like the Corinthian style helmets, but they're like up on their heads now with these crests. Big shields with an 8-pointed star on them on their left sides, and these tremendously long spikes. And in front of them, there's someone just walking with like a standard with an 8-pointed star.
An 8-pointed star, not the sun.
Nope.
Okay.
But these are definitely. You know for a fact that serving the Lunar Empire and like the Heartlands Corps are what they call the phalanxes, which are So the Lunar Empire is made up of a bunch of different areas, one of which is Darahapa, okay? Which previous to the Lunars becoming empire, they were an empire of their own, who was like straight Yelm worshippers. And they had these companies that were tied to certain cities called the Phalanxes. They all have like different names, but they're like straight ass solar. I don't want to say solar powered, but that's stupid.
So these are huge fucking nerds
worshippers.
in the worst way, and we should go bully them.
But there's a shit ton of them. Can you make out the standard? Says Lilia.
8-pointed star.
Oh fuck.
How bad is that?
That is. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. That's the Burl Phalanx.
What does that mean?
Well, they've got special magic just for fighting people like you. They call you the Ram people. Storm
The
worshippers.
Ram people?
Yeah, Rams, storms. Rams are sacred to Orlanth. Yeah.
I was like, we're deer people.
You're deer people, but overall, Orlanth and Rams. Yeah.
What sort of magic?
They fought you since time immemorial.
We didn't have a dragon before.
There's a lot of them.
They probably have. I mean, I'm not here.
I'm trying to get a size count. So our company's what, like 100, 120,000? Fuck. That's a fucking lot of them. Where are they going to feed these fuckers?
They'll probably raid and pillage and take.
They're going to have to set a base somewhere. That's too many to just camp in the wilds.
Where are they going?
They're going south.
Towards Whitewall?
That's toward us,
Whitewall?
but it's also toward...
the temple? Like away from the temple?
They're going towards the road. They're following the royal road that goes to Whitewall.
Okay, so they're not heading toward the new temple construction. Okay.
Nope.
So they're looking to be the finishing blow on Whitewall.
Could be.
We can't
they
let
will
them
be.
arrive.
You have
We need more
heard that
time.
you've heard that more and more Heartland troops have been moving in since Tatius took over the command of the siege of Whitewall.
We can't let them arrive. We can't fight them all. We have to draw their attention somehow.
They would destroy you guys in battle. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, thank you. I can see that.
Respectfully, I know.
We just need to get them going someplace else.
We need to call a council about this, is what we need.
Are they marching on foot mostly, or do they have horses?
They're
do they
all
have
on
cavalry?
They're
okay.
all on foot. These are pikemen who fight in a phalanx.
How are their supplies moving? Do they have wagons?
You don't see that, but that's probably behind them.
Okay.
Lunars usually go vanguard, main body, rear guard, followers. Baggage trains in the back.
This is by geos. Can you put the map up again? Where's the map? Or do I have it downloaded?
I'll give it to you. Hold on. Give me a second. I will upload it.
I need to think like the battle captain. General.
Why is this? Okay, here we go. Maps.
It is fire season, and we've already done water. I'm extremely tempted to say that we set fires, large-scale fires.
You gonna use their own thing against them?
I was just gonna say they're the sun. Like they're probably
There you go.
powered by fire.
They
and
should have
stuff.
brought more SPF. Okay, so we are...
That's us, not them.
I am gonna light everything on fire.
So you guys, there's a secret path out. You're out in the woods near like right where road end is. You're kind of in that area, looking down on them where they're walking on that road.
Road end. Okay, I see where we are. Wow, they're not that far from Whitewall. We don't have a lot of time.
They're not that far from Whitewall. Damn. I was gonna say there's really not much we can do unless we light like their supplies on fire.
What if we aggro the wasps and lead them to the army?
There aren't enough wasps for 1,000 army.
They're really big wasps.
It's also like, how many wasps do you think are gonna follow us? It's not like hive mind, I don't think.
Well, are they? They're past that bridge already.
What bridge?
Is that a bridge? There's like a black mark near the Dancing Apple Inn over the river.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're past that.
How many bridges can we blow? The river does run pretty close to the road. I don't know.
I mean, didn't we already take care of that major bridge on the road?
You did.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a hard time getting across that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's an angry river spirit still.
Oh, fuck. I don't know about that. How do I
Hold on
do
one
that?
sec. I'm gonna phone call.
Uh-oh. Our general.
John says, summon the trolls, darkness versus the sun god.
Certainly love fighting again, but we have a little bit of time actually. They're 1,000 troops, so they're moving pretty slow and they're on foot
Yeah,
Yeah.
on foot.
with like armor and stuff, so it's heavy. I have a little bit of time. I'm not sure.
That guys,
Well-
thank you so much. All right.
I'm not sure what we could do other than like get rid of their supplies.
Yeah, I mean, if their supplies are coming,
That would also prevent supplies from getting to Whitewall.
we could try to burn them. Like, with like a stealth style mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Burn it, poison it.
Poison is looked down upon.
Why?
I've already, oh yeah.
Excellent thinking.
It's un-Orlanthy. Yeah, we can try to burn the supplies, I guess. That's probably the most crippling thing a force that's a tenth of their size could do. And we can obviously send word to Gavin's Cross and the
we
River
can send-
Spirit and Whitewall. We can send Vesper to warn
Yeah,
them
we can
that
send
they're coming.
Vesper again.
The thing is, we built this party with no rogues.
But we have the third company though.
The
Too.
third,
We have the
that's
third
true, they're
wind.
roguey. Yeah, I think burning the supplies and like if we can identify some of their higher ranking people, if we can kidnap them, like I don't know.
Ooh, that is a good idea too. Look for anyone
Yeah, it's
official.
just a couple select targets to kidnap.
It's harder to do though with like 1,000 soldiers.
It is hard to do, but maybe they are.
Comfortable?
Yeah, maybe they're comfortable. Their force is just so much larger than ours.
Go to
Maybe
take
it'll
a
make them a
pee.
little lazy, you know?
We go to take a piss and we just scoop them right up.
Well, probably won't be that easy. We'll probably
Yeah,
have to sneak
right.
into the camp somehow and kidnap them and burn the supplies.
That sounds ridiculously hard.
It does sound ridiculously hard. We are going to need accelerant if we're going to burn supplies.
They're on foot, right?
They're on foot.
We don't have to be.
That's true.
We can't do all of us, but this is the thing. If we're going to burn the supplies, fire arrows at the camp, set as much as we can on fire. Run.
Hmm.
They're gonna have to pass by Two Top again too. Or not again, but they're gonna have to pass by Two Top. That's like an area we're familiar with.
Anybody? This is a question for the GM in a meta sense. Do we have people who have magic that is capable of launching heavier stuff far? Like barrels or bags of like oil? Like we don't have enough time to build a catapult, but do we have a spell that can function as a catapult in a pinch?
This is what they look like. I just put a picture of them in
These
Um,
fucking nerds.
I was like, do they look like the standard typical?
no, that's not standard typical. You're
They
not.
do have helmets that look a little bit like the Monty Python.
No.
French.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're not. Oh, there's an eye in the center of their
Yep.
8-pointed star. Hmm.
They're more heavily armored than anyone else you fought.
All right.
They're also like,
Yeah.
I get the sense that they're like kind of pretentious looking, right?
I mean, you're far away. You're not there.
I'm not
So,
there. This
yeah.
is more
Just
just.
looking.
Yeah, that's the best we can do. I think we send word to warn Whitewall and Gavrina if we can, and we try to burn their supplies and wagons as much as we can. That's a lot of fucking people, and they're gonna eat a fucking lot, and they're not gonna be able to provision that on the road just by going to inns and communities. Like,
The fires, the inns, well, the camp, they'll march ahead of their wagon train. The wagon train's probably still guarded, but if we can just ride up on it, maybe when they're stopping or before they stop.
mm-hmm.
We better get back.
Yeah.
We got some planning to do.
How close am I to a Geo's? I want to make incendiary devices.
You have stuff you can do that within your
Do
fortress.
we have enough to spare to
Yeah,
make?
you
Okay,
could probably.
cool. Okay,
I mean,
let's
you've
make
got-
incendiary
you've-
devices.
You've got arrows. You just
I
make,
was like,
wrap
Geo's,
them in
I
cloth,
need
light them on
5
fire.
barrels of oil
No.
now.
I mean, you wrap them on. You wrap them on. They don't know that, John.
We also have like fire or arrow spells too.
You do. Well, you do.
Oh, you know what else?
No, I
really
think it's a
shitty too?
general one.
Even if we
Oh,
can't
I
burn the
picked an
supplies,
idea.
if we kill their horses that are pulling the wagons, that will also suck a lot for them.
Oh shit, that's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
So it's just a general rate of fuckery is what you want to do.
Yeah, just to slow them down.
Okay.
And then, you know
Alright.
what? They'll honestly probably send at least a detachment after us. And it might be a detachment small enough for us to pick off if we splinter them like that. Who knows?
I mean, drafts like that, like they're not good at like probably woods and quick travel and stuff like that. So possibly, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like some of us should stay here or go from here to go farther down the line and get a look on the wagon so we can save time. The wagons. And some of us should go back to camp.
It's still like just after like 1 o'clock, probably. It's still early. So if you can try to scout close to them, it's going to be hard.
Okay, back to camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Double time.
I'll be nice and say Bryn and Des get back from their walk just at that time.
Showtime, people. We've got 1,000 lunar. What the fuck were they called?
They're called the Burl Phalanx.
Burl.
Burl phalanx.
Burl, yeah.
Barrel.
Burl. It's I know it's a
B-U-R-L?
sort. A burl is like the
Burl.
semi-precious stone. A burl.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, barrel. Okay.
Burl. Yeah.
Barrel phalanx. Yep.
Burl. Yeah.
They are heading to Whitewall, and we have to make sure that's not easy for them. I will find Vesper
Okay.
and
He's
Kyrie's
with-
probably together.
He's with Kyrie's. Yep.
Hey, Vesper. We could use you.
How? I'm sorry.
We've got a message
horrible
for.
Can't do birds.
owl voice. I can't do birds.
I am a robot.
Birds aren't real.
Birds. Birds charge on power lines. We have some really important information we have to convey to Kalir at Whitewall, and if we can warn Gavrina as well.
I can warn Gavrina, says Kyrie's.
That would be amazing. That'd be great. There's about 1,000 soldiers in the Barrel Phalanx headed toward Whitewall now. They are well armed, currently well provisioned, but we're gonna see what we can do about that. We'll just give them as much warning as they can to be ready. They're gonna have to cross the river, if they intend to join the siege.
I will tell Kalir.
Thank you.
He flies off. And I will tell Gavrina. And he just sits down and meditates, and you see his fetch.
Ah. There are passageways that are swifter if you know them.
He's right.
All right, fuck. Now I will rejoin the company. I'm sure the word is spreading.
Yeah.
Get our
People
little
are
war
starting to
council back
kind of like,
together.
yeah, Erenina's like, what's going on? What's up?
Big phalanx company headed toward Whitewall. About 1,000.
That's 10-1. We can't fight them.
We have to fuck with them instead.
I love it.
I was thinking, obviously moving troops, that many troops, they have to have provisions for the road. And also when they arrive, if we can destroy as much of that as possible, that will not be comfortable for them.
Maybe
Maybe
burn
they'll
the
even send a
wagons.
detachment after us.
This is going to have to be horse archery and horses,
Yes.
says Lily. This is Lilia saying that. We only have like 20 horses. Can't be a lot of us.
Can we augment with magic?
And not for very long. Most magic is kind of short and temporary.
I mean,
folks,
I could-
I've got multi-arrow. That's more than one at a time. We need fire arrow,
I
arrow.
know a few spells.
I'm all ears, Kurt. We could use anything. No, there are no bad ideas.
So
Just
doesn't
look at him
necessarily
like who
mean that we
invited
just
him.
have to distract them to make it easier for you to
Getting close enough to destroy.
So it could be a sound, a sight, or anything like that. I could just simply make something. And I'd have to like ask Christian, like, so I have a couple of the illusion spells. Can I like make like a fire or something like that?
Absolutely.
Or yeah. So the idea is that essentially to create a
If you could make it look like the attack is
distraction.
coming from the other side,
Exactly.
and then we hit them from the side they're not suspecting, and even then, before they figure out the illusion, they'll split to try to deal with both sides, but only one
Exactly.
of us is real.
Exactly.
Lilia mentioned that they have magic of their own. Do we have an idea of what their magic is like? That's a question for Lilia.
I might know this. Hold on. Let me see.
The other thought is we just strike every fucking wagon with lightning. We're like, ah!
We only have so many of those spells, though, too.
Just earth elementals. Just throwing wagons.
Only have so many of those, too.
Where the hell is her sheet? Here she is.
And someone mentioned hitting them multiple times. That's like a good idea, too. Of course, they'll be more prepared probably after the first time, though.
Wow. He rolled really well. Yeah, so I mean, they're not Yelm worshippers per se. They're more they worship Polaris, which he's the pole star. He's the same one that actually is the same one that Kalir visited. But
Fuck, guys.
they I know that they fought Orlanthe forever. I mean, they're one of the reasons that they're not really like as Orlanth isn't really as powerful in their river valley because they drove you out.
Well, we do love a good spot of revenge, so there's that.
But we don't have like any insight on how they typically fight or magic wise.
They fight in phalanxes. They have, I mean, each regiment has their own kind of like you guys, like a spirit, a wider spirit.
And whiters aren't invulnerable, right? You can kill them.
You can. Some of them are really powerful.
Yeah, I was thinking like ours is a dragon. Theirs could be really strong too.
The main thing we have here is they're probably not expecting us. And even if they were, they probably wouldn't think we would be able to do anything. They're very arrogant. Most Happens are.
All right, so trying to think if it's better to hit them while they're marching or while they're stopped.
While they're stopped, if they're
Because
marching,
when they stop, they'll set guards.
while they're marching, it's broad daylight. Go ahead, Christian.
Stop. And when they're in the middle of something like setting up camp or stopping, they'll be in a lot of confusion. And that would be the best time to get them. Yeah.
When they're breaking stuff down and moving it. Untethering horses, moving horses. Transition then.
Dusk. Gives us a nighttime to escape.
All right, so we need your best riders who are proficient at archery. Put together a group.
You coming, Bryn?
Of course.
Yeah.
We need to gather arrows that can be lit.
Yep.
And her will need you.
For your distraction.
Make the attack look like it's coming from different angles.
Of course.
What else can we do?
I think we should all recognize that this may fail and we all may die, and that we should come to terms with our deaths and be
If
grateful
that
for what we
could
have right
be,
now.
if that could not be part of this conversation, that would be incredible.
It's
No, I
also
think it needs-
it's Kurt. It's also like we've come this far because we're willing to die for this cause. Every single
Good.
person here is already aware of that. But thank you for your contribution.
Good.
Met a man who died 3 times. Didn't slow him down much.
Actually, it kind of made him a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
And he still wants to fuck your mom.
Yes. Someday he might be stepdad, but not yet.
And to be fair, Kymreese has also died once and also kind of came back a little bit stronger. Maybe twice. Unsure.
Yeah, it's like the Super Saiyan effect.
Should we bring someone who can summon an earth elemental just in case?
Summon an earth. Is that a thing?
That's an Ezrala question, I
That's an
believe.
Ezra- yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Ezrala has enjoyed going out raiding.
She has enjoyed the raids.
She's pretty ferocious.
I think we should. If Ezrala is interested in coming, it could help cover our escape at the very least. If nothing else, slow down pursuers.
Pick up some dust clouds.
If the horses are like, if they're in transition of moving horses and stuff like that, do you think like Syl, if something filled the
Syl and I
day-
are going to try to terrify them. Yes.
yeah, would be able to kind of make them run or something.
Yeah, we'll try to target the horses.
Right. So the plan is, this is Lilia. We're going to get close to them at dusk when they're starting to set up camp. Scare off their draft animals if we can.
Volley of fire arrows.
Volley of fire
Her.
arrows,
It's gonna make
burn
it
the
look like
wagons.
more arrows are coming from the other side, which hopefully will split in the confusion, especially any resistance.
Cause confusion, and then get the hell out of there.
Burn as many wagons as we can.
Fine with me.
We might want to have some people set up in our place of retreat to pick off pursuers if they come after us.
That'll be up into the woods, so maybe Des could lead them.
Yeah, if we can lead our archers through there where we've got some other warriors in blinds ready to just knock off pursuers.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I'll have them start getting the arrows ready. She heads off to start getting arrows wrapped up and covered in probably fat, like animal fat. That's probably what you have.
Pitch or something.
Yeah, pitch. Those are the things you probably have that are like most like
What
easily
is
found.
pitch?
It's like tar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like tar. It's sticky. It's flammable.
Yeah, gotcha.
As John says, which is the case, like 1,000 people is going to have a lot of camp followers. So the wagon train is going to be mostly non-combatants, but it'll be like cooks, slaves, wagon folk, wives, wives, both like actual wives, and some of them are just kind of like, camp followers.
If we can free some of the slaves.
They're probably looking to do a lot now with 20 people on horses.
I know. That would be really.
Yeah.
That might be the second hit, though. There's no reason we can't hit them more than once.
They'll
At
be more
different times.
yeah, but we want to have like the most effect probably the first one because they'll be more prepared the second time. We just have to change our tactics quite a bit as we hit them. Free the slaves. I mean, it's a good idea, but the slaves also have to be ready to like.
Fuck.
And they've also been walking.
You
all
had a
this
good
way.
plan before you started trying to save people. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, you're
Yeah.
trying to do too much.
All right, it's good.
Just like with your duck
Yeah.
navy, you try to do
My
too
Duck
much. Sometimes
Navy.
you
I'm
overreach.
telling you, the Duck
All right.
Navy will rise.
Okay. All right. So the plan is it's 9:55. We might be able to run this using the battle rules before the end of the night. Okay. So the plan.
like tonight.
Yeah. The plan is Des is going to lead
Jess and his team are
some
set up in our
archery
path
people.
of retreat in the woods.
Yep. Okay.
The archers are going to go forward, and we're going to hit them from like the broad side facing the woods with arrows. But Kerr's going to do some illusion shit to make it seem like an attack is also coming from the
Sure.
other side to help
Okay.
sow confusion.
Fair
I'm
enough.
going to be shooting flaming arrows also, but me and Syl are going to try to, with various giant direwolf noises and howls and growls and stuff, spook as many horses as we can.
Okay. Where are my maps? I need that
We're just
map
working
back.
on our wolf insults. We're like, yeah, what are we going to say? We're going to eat your noses.
So they're probably what they're gonna do is they're probably going to begin setting up camp because you saw them along that stretch of road between the Dancing Apple Inn and Road End. They're probably going to wind up setting camp up somewhere just south of Road End across that little stream.
Oh God. I almost thought you fell, Chris. Holy crap.
I fell.
You didn't, but I heard a noise. I think your chair was moving, and I thought
Yeah.
you had fallen.
Okay.
I was-
All right,
All right,
that's a good a place.
alright.
That's as good a place for them to die as any.
Company. Yes. Kent, you're in charge of rolling these things.
Yes.
So give me
I
a
have the
company
sheet.
constitution roll. So it's just con times 5 to see how good you do with making the arrows, the flammable arrows.
Okay.
See how effective they wind up being.
Okay. That is a success. Normal success.
All right. You get everybody's furbished with
Furbished.
20 or so pitched arrows. You're able to really have our gets as many people as possible involved with just rapid arrows. You spend a lot of time, but fortunately he takes away the other projects that people are doing, and everyone's able to get them done pretty quickly.
Excellent.
You ride out. Des, how many guys do you take on foot for your little ranger ambush group?
think we have like 20 on horse. I'd say
Mhm.
at least half that, so 10.
10, just to pick off anyone who might be
Yep,
dumb
get them
enough to
all
come
like,
into the woods after
painted
you
for
guys.
like camouflage in the woods and
Sure.
shit.
Yep.
Okay.
They can set up
So
little
you head
hunter
off. You
blinds.
start off together. Obviously, it's slower going with the horses, but that's okay because you want to get there when it's starting to get dark. And you do get out of the woods, and you can see with your far sight, Rue. By the way, take away. You've used some magic points
2?
here, so just mark that. Yeah, it's 2 each time, so it's probably like 4 that you've used now. You'll have them back next time we play.
Does my
but
magic go up with my power? Do I have to do something before that happens? Because my power has gone up a lot.
Your magic points go up with
Yeah,
them.
Okay.
equal your.
Yeah, your magic points
Equal your-
always equal your power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, you can see in the fading light of the setting sun, the train appears that they're beginning to set up a camp, but the back end of it, that train will be moving in like over a long period of time. So you guys have plenty of time to sneak over there.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have the Carney roll that roll for stealth because you're set up in the woods, so
Yep.
you're not technically part of that. So we're gonna roll unless one of you guys wants to roll the company's stealth check. Nobody
scared.
wants. Okay. Too scared. What's the company dex, Kent?
Company dex is 12.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
Nice.
Oh,
A Carney,
Yeah, we are the
as
knight.
you notice, riding with a Carney is an expert cavalry woman. Her, I don't think you've met her, but she's Lilia / a Carney. I'm sorry, I'm calling her her other name. She's like a super goth.
She's a badass princess.
Her armor is
Oh.
black.
The run.
Her hair is so
War
black it
princess.
actually almost looks blue. But she doesn't have any livery or anything on her armor. It's unmarked, and her tattoos are not Sartar tribal tattoos. So it's kind of like she's definitely not from around here.
Not from here, but she's a badass war princess who's on the run from her dad, who rides hell horses that he got when he went to hell, and tried to marry her off to the lunar princelet, who's like 12, and she did not like that, so she left.
Yep, that's pretty accurate. But she learned from her dad clearly about what the fuck to do, and she's very good at keeping you guys kind of like behind hillocks and in valleys and like kind of sneaky, getting close to these people, where you're able to get very close to this wagon train. Amazingly, these people have been very cocky moving through Sartar. Again, they think it's conquered territory.
Yeah, they're like, we
And-
have 1,000 dudes. Who's gonna do anything? And it's like,
Didn't
us.
set out any pickets.
I present to you 20 dudes.
So you guys do not run into any sort of scouts or pickets or screen of anything that's like protecting their baggage train or anybody from coming up on them. They were not expecting this. They were not expecting to be fucked
they're
with.
like 1,000 army. Yes,
Yeah.
very shiny. They're the shiny army.
This reminds me of the 100 dudes, one girl.
One girl, I don't know.
Did I say hillocks? I meant hillocks, John.
Hillcocks.
I'm sorry. I meant to say hillocks. I must have said hillocks.
Standing erect in the
The mighty hillcocks standing erect at the foot of the mountains.
All
So
right.
you get
Getting close.
close
Do
enough.
some quiet communication to make sure everybody's picking appropriate targets so we can maximize our spread on the first
You
volley.
see that they are beginning to, so they're not stopped yet. They're beginning
We should
to
hit
stop.
them when they start unhitching horses.
Some of the wagons are starting to stop, and the rest of them are kind of trickling in, including a lot of people who are just on foot, who are just camp followers.
Yep. We should hit them when they're about halfway done, when they're like done hitching like half of the horses ish. So some of the wagons can't move, and the ones that can have horses that will be fucking panicked attached to them, which increases the chance of rolling the wagons over.
The plan is you ride past and shoot out, circle back, and again, as many times as we can before the soldiers start coming. When they do, we leave. They won't be able to follow us on foot.
And the ones that try in the woods.
Kerr, what are you going to do?
So with my
Yeah, I gotta get my red book of magic here.
yeah, about to say because pretty much I want to kind of make the it doesn't necessarily have
What
to
day
be
is
like
it?
Good question.
Hmm.
It is Wednesday of
Okay.
Death Week. So it is not, it is a, just if you need to know about the moon,
Yeah, normal
it is
day.
nothing for
Not a
you.
band day.
You can wolf out if you need to. And it is a crescent come. So it's a waxing sliver of red moon today.
Oh, which is good. That means any lunars are gonna have weaker magic.
Mhm.
Okay. I am wondering if I should be a wolf or not.
While you think about that, what are you going to do?
So I'd like on the opposite side. So if they're kind of doing like a circle thing where they're kind of like firing in, it's happening on the opposite side, but it's counter the ideas. So essentially, it doesn't necessarily have to make. I don't have to make the illusion look like people, but the idea that it looks like fire
Fire
going
arrows kind of
into
swooking into
fire
like
as going
volleys
in
of
there
fire
too
arrows.
as well. But yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yep, just fire arrows from the night, which is scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is now like, just past that golden hour as the sun has set. And rune magic, someone help me who's in the chat. Spirit magic is a range of 150. No, spirit magic is 50 meters. Rune magic is 150 meters. So you're going to be using rune magic, that's a really long distance, right? That you
Using
can,
the
so you can
big one?
easily, yeah, because that's what he has, right?
Oh.
Those the ones you want to use? Because you have a couple
Yeah, because
options here. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at illusory sound, illusionary motion.
Yep.
Um,
I'm
illusory
bringing them up
sight.
right now.
Yeah,
So
and it's all under.
So illusory sight, illusory sound, illusionary motion. So each one of those is 1 point, right?
Mhm.
They're stackable, which means you can basically cast them all together
Cool.
to make it like, okay, the whistling of flaming arrows, like the guttering of the flame, the motion of them flying through the air, like you put them all together, you combine them all together, and I will say that you can make it look like multiple ones. It's not going to just be one and done, right? You can kind of do this over.
You evolve these two as well. Yep.
Yeah. So over the period of time that the spell lasts, which will be about 30 minutes, because you're putting three room points in. You can volley 3 times. You can repeatedly make it look like volleys are coming from areas that you want to do. So what you want to do to cast that spell is you're going to use one of your runes. Okay. So that uses an illusion rune to cast that, which is the 3 dots. But you have an illusion rune. I know it's pretty high for you. It's in the.
Is that on my
First page
on
with the little
first
guy.
page.
Yeah, it's opposite
right.
truth. So it's one of the ones that are paired. So you have an illusion and a truth.
Man.
Yeah, so my illusion is 80.
Yep. So you want to roll under that if you can.
Damn.
Watch, I'm gonna get over. Not under.
You got under? All right, perfect. So first of all, check that. There's a checkbox next to it because you can make that go higher later.
Okay.
And you successfully cast your spell.
Cool.
And you use I think you have 4 room points, right?
Yes, I saw 4.
So you have 4 as like a max amount, but you have now used 3 of them. You do not get to do that again until you worship your god.
We lost Sarah.
Oh crap! All right, we'll wait for her. We'll wait for her to come back.
She said everything crashed.
Oh no.
I was like, things have changed.
Yeah.
It's humid over here today.
It's very humid out. It is.
Dude, fucking
Yeah, I have to say
everywhere.
I have my fan on. It's still warm.
Yeah.
I know it's like the same thing. I'm like taking one of the things off just because of the year.
I'm just like sweating, and I'm like, wow, it's not that hot. So like, why?
It's just the humid. Oh, the internet did the
Fucking
blip.
cold.
What?
He's so close to the air conditioner in his place.
Yeah.
I'm so cold.
Oh.
Oh, you have the AC
Oh.
running though?
No.
Oh, just cold.
It
I
was
like,
it was
I'm
on.
downstairs right now, so it's comfortable. With when I go upstairs,
Yeah.
it's not going to be cool at all.
So like,
Yeah.
so my room, like if you see behind me, like where my window is, that's the ground outside.
Yeah, so you're a little bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
I'm
you're like a
Insulated.
raised ranch, your house?
Yeah.
yeah, it
I don't
half,
That's
know what-
basically what
half.
mine is.
Yeah, I don't know what yours would be considered. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the front is
I don't think
like
it's a
half
raised ranch.
buried, the back is open. But yeah, I got the niceness of like having like half my room under the in the dirt, and then first connection off the AC.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no.
John, is that 4 Celsius, right? For us Americans, that is 39.2 degrees.
Oh my
Just
god, that's
restarting
cold.
her internet. Yeah, that is cold.
39.2. Where in
Scotland is where John is. Yeah.
Yep. We were just talking about this the other week, Jess. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they're
Hi.
they're above the 42nd parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they are north of us.
Yep.
Poor John. It's 3 a.m.
Aw, thanks for being here, John.
Yeah. I know what in the Discord earlier, Cernibus and was saying that the stream starts for him in Australia at 7 a.m.
Yep.
And
I mean, that's better at least than 3 a.m. Jeez.
Yeah.
yeah, right now and Sunday meets in Vietnam. And it would be 6 a.m. for Sunday mead when we started.
Gotta get up early.
Yeah.
Sarah has to go and leave at the best time. So anyway, Chris, when you use room points, your room points
Leave,
are basically
quote, unquote.
like a direct connection to your god. And when you use them, they're kind of like, they're not one and done, but you cannot cast those spells again until you replenish them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now your spirit magic spells are like lesser spells. You can use them pretty much daily.
Okay.
As many magic points as you have, you just blow through
But the
them and use
ruined
them.
ones are a little bit more.
The
Okay,
rune
that
ones
makes
are much
sense.
more powerful. Yeah.
Oh, so my spirit magic is replenished.
Yep.
I see.
Yep. Your spirit
Okay.
magic replenishes daily.
Don't forget
And
to roll power.
Correct. When you cast spirit magic. Yep.
Oh, not with rune magic though.
Nope, he did it. He rolled his thing already.
he did.
rolled his. You got to roll
That's
a
right.
rune. You have to
Yeah,
roll against a
rune is-
rune to cast a rune spell. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So he's
Yep.
good there. You also have a third super secret magic on there that nobody else has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John said was saying his stream starts at midnight for him, so
Oh,
he stays
that's
up
rough.
till 3 with us.
But I will tell you that John is just like a night owl anyway, because he talks to me at like all sorts of times where it's like super late over there. So yeah. If you want a wolf out, we can do those rolls too now. We might as well while we wait.
So, just to be sure, every wild day is a minor holy day to Telmore, right?
Mhm.
So once a week, I have a shot at regaining room points.
Yep.
Wow, that's nice. At least on the upper side.
Yeah, I've been hoarding them for this entire game. So I think I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
You're like only during the thing, so I can replenish them when it.
If I can
when I
replenish
can.
them once a week, I don't have to be quite so stingy with them as I've been being.
Yeah.
Possibly. That doesn't mean I'll actually.
It's
make
kind
it
of
every
like
week,
kind of
but-
like a trade-off. You get less spells than the other folks because
Yeah.
there just aren't as many on the list, but you can get them back more. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Unless your god turns on you.
Didn't
Even though I
on
don't think
you.
she didn't
I
technically
saw
turn
her
on me.
dancing with you. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wolf out. Me and Sil, when the riders are going through, we're gonna go running on in and we're gonna bite some horse necks and heels and shit and fucking
Doesn't
tear it up.
answer you. Doesn't turn. Just didn't answer.
Hmm?
Talking to myself.
Mumbling.
Yeah.
All right, do your beast roll to see if you can do it.
Beast roll. Don't fail.
Wait, are you going to ride a horse as a werewolf
No, I'm gonna turn into a full wolf.
Okay.
4 legs.
and have the movement rate of? Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Where the horse would be like, "Get the fuck off of me!"
Yeah, because this is the
It would
question.
be-
This is the question that I'm going to. You have rerolls all around, by the way. The question that I'm going to ask is: are you doing hide too to have like brought immunity to weapons? Or are you just going to go wolf form?
Nope, just re-roll.
So if I just do wolf
Two
form, I won't have enough
rerolls.
points to do wolf hide by itself anyway.
Okay, so you're just going to risk it for the biscuit and
Yeah,
say
we're just
doing
gonna
the
go
form?
all in.
Okay.
We're gonna go all in. We're gonna cause as much fucking chaos as we can.
All right.
Me and my sister. Should I augment with love of my sister? It's an 80. I probably got this, right? What are the chances? I've got a reroll. So
We have
the worst
rerolls.
strike. I'll just roll it. 17.
Hey,
Nice.
you check it.
Hey, I had an 81 for my love of fall instead, and I still failed.
Can
Check it.
Aren't perfect.
All right, I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna kind of. Sarah's character isn't technically there.
She's here to triage if the worst.
She's
should
here to
happen.
triage
Yes.
if the worst could happen, but we'll do the battle while we wait because it's not gonna.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be rolling anything. I don't know how long she's gonna take rebooting. Her internet went down, so she's just trying to reboot it. So Jess is like half in her thing.
Yeah, I see that.
Kent
It's like
became Marissa.
Yep.
Amber
Oh,
became
that's a
Kent.
good one.
Chris is still
Amber
where he
became
is.
Des.
Yeah.
It's funny because Jess is half in Bryn, half in Rue.
Yeah, she's like half herself and half Rue. It's
Aw.
Ew.
All right, so-
Soulmates.
Tur, you begin to call on the power of your god, and you now have the ability to create these illusions. As you're doing that, you hear some prayers that turn into growling as the person you know as Rue is now a wolf next to you.
I mean, he did tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's getting naked.
That's very different than seeing it.
Well, actually, no, he didn't give me the heads up, and now I'm kind of disappointed because now it's just like, oh, I wanted to be naked too.
No, you don't. Not right now. We're going to be running through the woods at night. Do you
What
want
do
a
you
small
do?
jungle animal to attack your penis? That's how you get an animal to attack your penis.
Let me
This
tell you
wouldn't be the
something.
first campaign
Do
that
not-
he's had a squirrel attached to his junk.
I don't want to know
kink
that
shit.
answer to that story. So yeah, what do you do, Chris? What do
His
you do,
name was
Kerr?
His name was
Enriquillo.
Enriquio.
He could cast fireball. He was very possessive of Chris's nuts.
Chris? I'm just going to ignore that. What do you do, Chris?
I can't get naked now, so I'm just going to continue to cast the spell.
It's
Okay.
like, well, in the absence of an opportunity to get naked, I guess I'll cast this illusion.
I guess I'll do
You
the thing I'm
cast-
supposed to
You
do.
cast the illusion, and the arrows arc from the darkness on the other side of the road, falling on this camp.
That's right.
People see them
Everybody
coming
look
because
that
you're like,
way.
and people are like, oh. And as you do that, Lily is like, all right, light them. And people begin lighting their arrows, either with spells or whatever they have available to them to do, and take off to attack. Rue, you turn into a wolf and you jump and start going to try like scare animals
running
and shit.
in, we're
You
gonna
and so.
fuck up these horses.
So, Des, give me a company strength check just to see how attacks go. And then, Rue, I want to give me just another beast rune roll just to see how scary you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. Bryn, you can roll to hit some stuff too if you want with your bow. Because you're riding around shooting.
Regular
Now-
success.
Excellent. When you shoot from horseback or elkback, Bryn,
Mm-hmm.
your skill with the bow is limited to your ride skill if you're riding while you do it.
Shit.
Mhm.
Makes
think-
sense.
Said by my
Yep.
ride
I think
skill.
for Brain, I think her ride skill was higher than her.
I think it is
Bow
too.
skill
So, if that's
anyway.
the case, then you just go
My
off your
bow
bow skill.
is Oh, you're right. Good job, Kent.
Kent knows her character better than she does.
I didn't even know. I'm just like, if I were Jess, I would definitely put my ride skill higher than my weapon skill anyway.
Oh no, my weapon skill actually is higher. Only by a little bit though.
So you're on your bow. Your bow skill is the skill you use.
Oh really? Oh okay. I use the higher one of the two.
No, I'm sorry. No, your
No, you
ride
said it
skill.
limited, so my ride skill.
It's limited to your ride skill. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I did this math correctly though. Because I have a different ride skill if it's Ort or not Ort.
It will be your Ort skill if you ride an Ort.
Well, yes, right.
No.
Okay, yeah, it is the same.
Hey, she's popping back in.
Hey.
maybe not.
No worries. I'm just gonna leave everyone where they are. Everyone's in a
Cool.
different place, but we're not gonna. We're just starting to do the attack. Not too bad. Yeah.
Oh no, it is actually much higher.
Just fully went into Ruin Square now,
Aw.
and now Sarah is Bryn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, it is much higher. Okay. All right. Should I augment? Maybe I will still augment. I'm gonna augment air.
Sure. That's a really good one. Air or movement would be perfect for this.
Yeah, I got a 2. That is a super success
Fuck
to
yeah.
augment
All
air.
right. So first of all, check that shit, yo.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then augment the super success.
Vinga's
for-
riding with you too.
You get to add 50% to your skill.
Okay, great. So that makes it 100 and
Welcome up.
you said 50?
Mm-hmm.
That makes it 122.
And I will rule that like this is not limited by your ride. This is like Orlanth. Orlanth is the god of bandits who loves fucking shit up, inspiring you to do this.
Nice.
Right.
Perfect.
Or Vinga as the goddess of fucking shit up.
Yeah. As the goddess of the access to male Orlanth pantheon.
Yeah.
The god and goddesses of go fuck yourself.
Wait,
Yeah.
so 122 is my ride skill. So do I which
So
one
then
do
you
I
can-
roll?
Okay. So I thought you were arguing your bow. All right. So no, roll your
Do
you
I
can
roll also I
safely
roll both?
roll bow. Now, whatever your
Okay.
bow skill is, that's what you're shooting at. Fine.
Okay, gotcha.
Ride would only come into
Gotcha.
account if you were trying to do some tricky stuff, which you're not. I would say you don't really necessarily
Just
need a
basic
ride
riding
skill to
and
do
shooting
this.
right now.
Yeah.
To hit
I rolled
wagons,
a 3, so that is another super success.
Hell yeah. Check your bow skill. And what were you trying to do? Because you're going to do a really awesome job at it.
Ah, man, I was just going to be shooting fire arrows. I guess I also was shooting my spell, too. Fudgicles. But yeah, just fire arrows. I'm just kind of running in on Ort, kind of leaping over.
She's
hopefully
aiming
leading
for the
charge with
flammables in the
Lilia.
wagons, though. They're starting
Yes.
to like unpack certain things.
Yeah,
So some
sure.
of the wagons are open, and she's like, "Hey, for the
You managed-
horses."
Yeah,
I'm
and,
gonna say-
and like Lilia was saying,
Hey,
like
look,
I
a
love the
crate of
idea of
lantern
kind
oil.
of running down, right, like with Ort down the
everybody's
line of
you
wagons.
kinda
A
like
couple of
go in a
wagons
line
have lanterns hanging from them. She's like, "Fuck that lantern full of oil."
That is exactly what I was going to ask. So Bronze Age lanterns, pitch. I'm trying to think of like super flammable things because you rolled so well. You're going to hit like a super flammable wagon and cause a bunch of fucking shit. Nothing's going to blow up because I can't imagine
Yeah.
them having like a big oil wagon. But like,
So
help me
yeah.
out here.
Fucking
What would be like
pinging oil lamps that are
super-
just spilling
yeah.
everywhere and lighting shit on fire.
So in our current experience, like in Red Dead,
Yeah, you
if
shoot the
you're-
lamp and it blows up and
it blows
kind of
up, yeah. And it'll like burst around
fine.
anyone.
We'll go with that.
Drops
They have
flaming
they
oil
have
down the side of the
lamps.
wagon.
Why
Like,
not?
yeah.
I'm sure that lamps are. I'm pretty sure lamps are in the weapons and equipment guide. These are fancy ass lunars, so they have lamps. You managed to shatter. They wouldn't have glass though. That's the thing. But maybe it's like a
They're probably pottery lamps. Like
Yeah,
they have
they're
their
pottery
pottery
lamp.
and they have like
Yeah.
a wick, that
pottery
sticks
with a
out.
wick. So that's what they have. Like they have those kind of hanging. You managed to hit one of them and shatter it, where it splashes onto a wagon that must have been carrying something very flammable because it just goes up. The horses and that
The
were
rum.
yeah, the donkeys that were, it was really like, they're really like mules and stuff that they're using to drag these, panic like fuck and start going through the camp and like knocking people over and trashing shit. And you managed to cause a shit ton of like chaos by doing that with that shot. The rest of the guys going through, same thing. They're getting off great arrows. They're hitting stuff. Stuff's going to go in fire. A couple of wagon people just get shot because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. A couple of donkeys and some oxen they use to pull things get shot and either like panic and like start trashing shit or die. But your first volley and pass is very good. Rue, you and Syl are in wolf form. You start tearing through it. Roll for beast to see how you do.
Got a 19 out of 80.
Fuck yeah. You guys howl as two wolves and just rush through this like
we're biting
chaos
donkey necks and heels
and just
and
like
shit,
kind of like nipping at things, and even just people in general like fucking wolves. So you just cause a lot of panic.
Yeah. More than nipping though, like we're trying to hamstring.
You're trying to hamstring.
Fine.
Animals,
so
you
they
manage
actually
to
can't pull.
you manage to hamstring a couple. You also cause a huge panic. Again, animals that were starting to get unhitched are like just like stampeding. Ones that are on wagons are getting caught up in that. People are losing control of the wagons, and like wagons are overturning and stuff like that as you cause massive chaos. You make a first circle. You hear shouts and stuff. The rear guard is starting to understand what's going on. You probably get maybe one, maybe two more passes of this before actual soldiers will be here to start figuring things out. Kerr, what are you gonna do? Just another volley?
Yeah, about to say another volley because I think if one of the things once our side actually stops, like I want the fake ones are still going, so that way they're more likely to
save a volley for when we start the retreat.
Yep.
Yeah.
To make them seem like they're closer because they retreated slower. Yeah, but they're not really.
Exactly. Bingo.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So as the cavalry like starts to wheel around, you just release another one from the other side, so people just don't know what side they're being hit on. You guys circle back around. You can make the same roll, Bryn, if you want. Same thing, Kent, if you want to roll for, or Sarah, if you want to roll for the company to see how they do with the shooting stuff. It's up to you. Okay. Sarah's like, I want nothing to do with that.
I barely
Arissa's
trust myself with Arissa's rolls. I'm not passing that shit on to like other people. Are you fucking kidding?
Success. Regular success this time.
You managed to hit another
company.
Not as great as of a volley of shots this time. If you want to do your spirit magic, you can do that too, because you said you wanted to, I know.
That's okay. Well, that's all right.
Okay. Not as great this time around. You managed to hit a wagon, and it's definitely lights on fire, but it's not as spectacular as the first time.
That's okay. I've already led the charge.
Same thing with everyone else as you go by, just loosing arrows and hitting stuff. Some of it's good. Some of it's like, not as great. Some arrows miss, but you do a second nice shot of damage. Beast rune again, unless you want to change tactics.
You said the rear guard are just starting to notice?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hit them. The ones that are starting to respond. I'm cocky now because I'm immune to bronze weapons.
Are you though? Because you didn't say you cast Wolfhide.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Because I wouldn't have enough to
Yeah,
cast it alone anyway
she was
if I
saying
didn't
she's
do the
going
whole
all
thing.
in.
So, yeah.
Okay, you're going all in? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. All right. Okay. Yeah, it is, very disorganized, but some of them are like kind of grabbing their shit and trying to like, so the first ones are kind of starting to run her over. So you see one with like his helmet, like kind of like in his shield. They don't wear anything on their right leg, but they have a greave on their left leg and like full bronze armor. And they're very well armored, these dudes.
I want this leg.
But yeah, roll, fuck it, roll an attack. Let's see how you do. As a wolf runs out of the darkness at this guy.
I got an 11 out of 100, which is a special.
All right. He doesn't have time to set up a defense. He rolled a 54, which is normal for his dodge. Actually, that's a fail. He wouldn't have a higher dodge. So you get him. Roll a location.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets right. If you get right leg, it'll be
Give
amazing.
me the leg.
Left leg.
Leg.
9.
Leg.
9. That is
Abdomen.
right in the gut.
Right leg.
I'm disemboweling him. Okay.
Abdomen.
He's armored there. So all right, roll your damage.
This bitch. All right, my damage is
Abdomen.
from here, bite. Sorry, I lost my character sheet.
We almost could have had a lost leg.
I rolled balls, man. 3.
You dive into his stomach, which is just
Just
dive
headbutt
face
him,
first into
mostly.
bronze, and he falls
Ah!
down, but you don't damage him. He's just like, "Whoa," and falls down, and he's like, fuck, when he sees a wolf.
Just ugh.
We'll keep trying.
All right. One more round. You hear behind them lots of shouts and beginnings of commanders issuing orders.
Hmm.
I wish I
Rue.
could grab one of the commanders and drag them off screaming into the night.
Oh, that's right. We were thinking about getting people.
Yeah, we were throwing it around, but it's a little bit beyond the grasp of the actual plan, but Rue might go rogue. I
Depends
feel
on
like the
how,
commanders might have magic, though.
it's more than likely that they have magic. It also depends on how many people are around them, I think.
Kerr, what do you do?
Are there plans to do another volley?
Probably one more. And then you're going to, Lilia had said 3, and then you're going to book it.
Yeah, so I'm going to do one more volley.
Okay. From another, same thing, other direction.
This is going to be the last one, so yes.
Doesn't have to be this. Now you can do more. This will last. Your rune spell lasts because you put 3 wounds points in it, like 30 minutes. You can continue to do these for a while.
Oh yeah, then I'm just going to continue to do that from my end.
Okay.
Because essentially once the real ones actually stop, I want them to still happen.
Yep.
So that they're more likely to go after those.
Makes sense. Okay. Cool. All right. Rue, if you want to roll your shot, same thing with you, Kent. Amber, let me know what you want to do.
I'm gonna go rogue!
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find one of the shouting commanders. I hear one, ears up. I'm like, I'm gonna get you.
Aw.
Your healer isn't there.
I'm gonna get him.
Think twice.
See, I just want to grab one and drag him away.
In front of how many hundreds of people?
They don't have horses. They're on foot, man. I got 4 legs.
And you're gonna drag a heavily armored, heavy man?
I'm a huge wolf.
That's right, Sarah.
Your healer isn't there.
Rah!
I say no more.
Going mad with power. I'm going mad with moonlight.
How'd you do, Bryn?
Who dies before our wedding? Oh, I got a regular success.
All right, you shoot another wagon. How does the company do?
Also a regular success.
More wagons are lit up. Lilia's like, let's get out of here. You hear the calls, Rue, of people retreating.
If it sounds like a couple commanders, or even not commanders, just people with leadership tendencies are shouting commands near-ish by,
Leadership tendencies.
I'm going to try to grab one of them.
They're forming into you see the troops form into phalanxes. So they're
What the fuck
beginning
are they
like
going to do with that against cavalry? These
that's a phalanx is designed to fight cavalry, by the way.
Yeah,
but,
if they're coming, if they're charging
well,
at
that's what
you,
they
though.
know. That's what they know. So they're forming into phalanxes. The leaders are in the middle.
Ah!
But you see one, kind of yelling and shouting orders and stuff, but he's in the middle of a phalanx.
I can't get to him there. Unless I leap over the phalanx, hoping that none of these weapons are enchanted and just bounce off of me harmlessly.
Weapons are shining strangely in the moonlight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll go. I'll kill one more horse and go.
Syl rides up red with blood, splattered.
Does she have a leg?
Aw.
But she definitely bit a lot of shit.
Yeah.
All right. She's had a good time. We'll go.
Arrows continue to whistle in from all directions, I'm assuming, Kerr. As you guys roll a company dex check, Kent, to see how good this
Sneaky.
sneaky escape is.
Okay.
I'll slake my bloodthirst by falling behind the cavalry and falling in with Dessa's group to pick off people too as wolves.
Okay.
We'll get more blood there. It's just
I'm going to use one of the rerolls that we have.
Fair.
I got a 67 out of 60. So
Oh, that was real close.
should
yeah.
any of them follow at all? Maybe they won't.
That's a good point. They might send like
Checked
regular
that one off
scouts.
the,
Yeah,
the
come
reroll list. We're
on.
good.
Come on, guys.
They might send their like regular people.
Not
Dense
sneaky.
forest is a
Not
great
sneaky.
place to form a phalanx.
Okay.
Damn. Not
You guys
sneaky.
book it into the woods, into the hills, and then eventually into the woods. You do not hear or think you hear any sort of pursuit.
We
Eventually, you
definitely
make it.
shouldn't go straight home.
Yes, you eventually see the guys, the force,
Oh, I guess
the
we're hidden by
expeditionary
it.
force, get into the
Mhm.
woods.
Actually, we're hidden by the dragon, so actually that's fine.
The do we see any
Pick
soldiers
people.
following?
Nope.
Will the ambush troop will give we'll wait a few minutes and then
Follow.
if we see no one, follow.
Yeah, you wait. How long is a few minutes?
I'd say 5 minutes. Give him
Nothing.
decent enough time.
Nothing. You don't see anything. Something occurs to you though, because you guys are like now, like I mean, sure, obviously you're not gonna like gallop full tilt through the fucking forest in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But are you going to make efforts to cover up your tracks?
We should go to the river.
You cross that river to get there. It's just a stream, really.
Yeah.
Travel down or up it a ways and then get off of it in different places.
Too late. You said you went into the woods.
Oh, it's a different place.
Oh,
Yeah,
the river.
I don't think we should go
I-
straight back home though.
No,
I
for
think
sure not.
we
We should go into the bee woods a little bit.
We also have to encounter the bees.
But what happens? It's just like a
Kent,
video game.
what-
You run by it super fast, and then it's
And
all
aggro
aggro
them.
for the people behind
What are you
you.
doing, Kent? Are you going to cover up the what? I'm just presenting that
the-
as an idea, right?
the ambush troop will try to when nothing is following, we'll try to cover the majority of the tracks to
Sure.
hopefully
It is moonlight that you're working with, so it's going to be a little harder. So I'm going to say you survive. You can roll just your survival roll to see how to do it, but mine is 10. Mine is 10%. You can augment that roll though.
yeah, let's
It's pretty late by now too. It's like close to midnight
yeah.
because it takes a while to get out there, and it'll take you a while to get back. You guys might not even, if you push it, you'll get back to Storm's End through the pass, but it'll be like really early in the morning. Or you can camp out in the woods somewhere for the night.
No, I'm gonna try to augment with my illusion.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
E. No augment. No fail. No horrible fail. I got a 65 out of 50.
Okay.
So let me
minus 20. Minus 20 for that now.
Aha. All right. For survival, right?
Yeah, so it's minus 30 now total for your survival.
Dang. Oh, minus 20 for the moon.
Just because it's dark. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and because he flubbed the room too. So
Gotcha.
Ah, dang. I rolled a 15,
Ah, that was pretty good.
but with a minus 30, I have to roll under a 10.
Ah,
Ooh,
so
okay.
close. So,
Okay.
not
I think
so
you did a
close.
good job. It
Yeah.
also depends very much on how good of like woodcraft their people have. But
Yeah.
you cover up as much as you can. I mean, you do the best you can. You know that you probably
It's-
did a great job because like 20 horses going through the woods are going to leave a
Yeah.
trail.
This is
But
an army. These
you know,
people don't hunt.
yeah. So you do the best you can. And what do you do then? Try to catch up?
Yep.
Okay. Lilia eventually halts everyone just to kind of rally and make sure you got everyone. Remarkably, everybody seems okay. You haven't lost
and
anyone because they
Bryn got
never.
a lot of 2s and 3s.
You never really had a chance to. They never really had a chance to mount any sort of real like resistance to what you just did. God bless you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, everybody rallies. You didn't lose anyone. You didn't lose anyone in the darkness.
Fuck those guys.
If you push it, you can make camp, make storms in really early in the morning, or you can camp out and then go back in the light. Only danger being you're in the camp. It's not particularly cold out, so you don't need to have a campfire in there to get through the night. It's summer now, so you can do a cold camp.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, I think we should camp out here.
Get to know
Yeah.
us a little better.
There's also the possibility of just one or two of us sneaking back to the road to try to look and see what they're doing in the morning. Or onto a high point to try to see what they're doing in the morning.
Passes. Morning comes. No sign of anybody coming after you.
I want to see what they're doing. Let's get up into the mountains a bit to get a little height and see. And peek-see at the road.
Okay.
Right, because we're heading toward the storm
you
mountains, right?
You have to circle back a little bit to see the road well. You have to be like kind of at the edge of the woods to see him.
Yeah, I want to check.
Okay.
I can't resist.
Yeah, it's only him and
With the
like,
whole group. I'll go, and if anybody else wants to go, they can. But I just
yeah, it's
wanna-
him and someone else. Yeah,
I just-
I am not sneaky, so
no one is sneaky, but we're
Yeah, no
hopefully
one's
not
sneaky.
getting that close.
Goes with you. He was part of the ambush squad in the woods. Kent, if you want to roll another check now, like no penalty, to see if you can cover tracks from here.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You sneak back. I want to call you
Go.
desk because that's the thing you're in. You good?
No go.
No go again.
yeah.
You have a
Bad at hiding
reroll.
tracks.
We have rerolls.
Use them.
Yeah. I'll
We want to be ghosts in the wood.
give it a shot. All right. Let's try.
Checked it off.
Come on. Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
We should take Kerr with us too.
Should
We're gonna go take a look at the aftermath.
Should you?
Love to see
Okay.
it.
Thumbs up.
100.
Yeah, I think we should bring Kerr.
Why?
Okay.
Because he's
Yeah,
an
you think you do a
illusionist,
great
and if we
job.
get spotted, he can throw
Yeah.
off
Okay.
pursuers.
I was like, because I look at my percentiles first. I saw the 000.
And look
And
at him.
I'm
He was
just
having
like,
fun last night.
And I was like, 3 zeros.
Were you having fun last night? Causing
was.
mayhem?
I
Good to
agree.
know.
Right. Rue, Ordrin, and Kerr sneak back to the edge of the woods of the hills. And, yeah, I mean, you can use your little goggles again. Your dead bird skull. And you see the smoke coming out of wagons. And you see them marching away.
Did they abandon a bunch of supplies? Does it look like?
It looks like they've abandoned the burned up wagons, and it appears that they've left some of their force behind just to like recapture some of the lost animals and things like that. But they do
How
not appear
much
to
of
be
the
mounting
force?
a pursuit. 250 or so.
250? Oh, jeez.
There's 1,000
I mean,
of
no,
them.
that's good. We've
Yeah.
pulled a quarter of their force off
Mhm.
of them. So,
Yeah.
and if we harass these 250 more, they might split even more. Okay. All right, that's good. This is good. I think this was a success. Let's get back to base and see if we want to do anything about the stragglers.
You guys. You find one of your night jumpers waiting for you.
Ooh.
Is it the main one?
I can't remember his name.
The pretty one?
I do think I wrote it down.
The pretty one?
I know I have it written down somewhere, but I can't remember.
Wait, the main one was pretty?
Yeah. Remember that?
I'll just change it to like Thorgrim the
Somebody
Sexy.
draw me a hot random night jumper who has a name that we can't remember.
Carlson Shadow
Two
Sun.
different places.
There we go.
Yes.
Carlson Shadow Sun. Was it?
I believe so.
He sounds like he would be a night jumper.
That sounds
Yes.
right.
Yeah,
That
that's perfect.
sounds correct.
Yeah,
He's
that sounds correct.
he's just there and he's
Carl
like, you
Soar.
have Kalsor, yeah.
Yes.
You have folk in the Anjossi lands, right?
Is that where our
Yes,
people
that's
are?
where Israel
Yes.
is from, and that's where your family is. Okay.
That's where our villages are, yeah.
Yep. I heard from them.
No.
I heard from them,
Okay.
and they send their regards. They wish you to come for this founders feast and request your backup for a matter that's going on there.
That's fake.
Calling for aid. Okay. Did they say how many?
They didn't say what the issue was?
They would not tell me.
Sounds like a trap.
You're sure they were our people and not a
They
messenger?
wore
pretending
the
to be?
right tattoos. I'm not from your land, but they look like
They have deer
it was
on them and
someone.
stuff.
I didn't want to bring them here. It was someone named.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they give a name?
I will tell you in a minute. Dangal Hoffenson. You can ask Ezrala.
Yeah, I was
Who
gonna say,
grew up
I don't know
there?
this fucker.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I thought you said Kangharl at first, and I was like,
No.
oh, we're
Oh,
going.
Gangrel.
We have a bone to
No,
pick
no,
with
no,
this
no.
bitch.
It's Dangharl Hofferson.
Dang.
Dangharl,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Kangharl.
not
Kangharl
Kangharl.
is gonna get his head sawed off and his mouth stuffed with river rocks at some point.
Carl.
Yeah.
Hoffinson.
Yeah, you can ask Ezrala.
Yeah, let's ask about this guy and if we trust him.
She's like, "Oh, Dangharl? Yeah, I grew up with him." If
Gosh,
he's like, "Did he look
now.
like?" And she described him, and he's like, "Did he look like this?" And he's like, kind of chunky, but
Did he look like
hair
a
kind of like
Where his
Martian
tattoos here
back,
and this
tattoo, like had a air wound tattoo right under his left eye, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's him." Yeah, that is someone I grew up with.
All right, so we're going. It's just a matter of how many.
And we planned on bringing some back and extending an invitation, so that does work out too.
We're gonna keep harassing this company. We can't afford too many, though. I wish they said how many they needed and what their problem was.
I mean, we can also, like, a couple of people can just ride ahead to talk too.
That's true. None of this is very far, right? This is like Barovia, where you're like, we're gonna go on an epic journey to the mountains, and it's like 12 hours.
It was, I think when you march there with everyone, I think it would take you probably like 2 days to get there, if that.
Yeah, so
And
with
that's
the
like
small
trying
light
to
force,
hide
it's like
120 people. Like if you're not,
way
if you're,
faster.
yeah, it's probably like a day and a change
yeah,
to get there
right.
from where you are. Yeah.
Right. The thing is, if you wanted to hit the main force too, like, we're also fast enough to ride ahead to hit the main force too.
No, that's the opposite direction.
Opposite direction.
I know, but you were just saying, like, to hit the stragglers, but I'm just saying they're passing through ground we're familiar with too.
The stragglers have the added benefit of being smaller, but also they've stayed behind with some supplies that couldn't be moved, and they're trying to gather more animals, so we could take the shit that they gather, you know,
Gotcha.
and have left behind.
Gotcha.
So that is also attractive.
Mm.
Say you got 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
think about it. How many we want to send, how we want to split, what we want to do.
No.
250. You know, honestly, I'm a little bit flattered that they were like, we could leave like 50 dudes, but nah, they were like 250. These fuckers are trouble. I'm like, wow, this seems like proper respect. 250.
Aye. We'll finagle this in 2 weeks' time.
It was Wednesday. What day? I'm trying to calculate when I will
You
be
got
able
two.
to again.
You got 2 days before you wolf out and are not available to do stuff.
Distant night.
Just a night. It's a bad
I've
night.
been remembering more, so I've biffed every roll when I've tried to do it on purpose, but
You also ate a trollkin like
you
2
did
seasons ago.
eat that troll. And it was gross. But if I could channel that energy toward lunars.
That's something there, yes.
All right, all right. I'm gonna wrangle.
Wrap
Channel
this
your
up.
cannibalism for good.
Prepare corpse.
Mm,
Yes, I know.
prepare corpse.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us on this week's episode of DMs After Dark. If you want to see what these chuckle fucks do in 2 weeks, we go live every other Saturday at 7 p.m.-ish EST, unless our computers, our internet, our OBSs decide to fuck with us. And it truly did in droves tonight.
Yeah, it really
Happy
did.
May. Fucking good fucking God. You can follow us on all our social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. If you missed part of this, the VOD's gonna be up on YouTube within the next like couple days.
Tomorrow. Because I got to download
Tomorrow,
it too.
yeah. You can also join us on our Discord. It is live, it is open, it is poppin'.
Poppin'.
It's genuinely like it
Go
It's
see
a
for
Sinners
really
and
nice
then come
place.
talk to me about Sinners in the Discord. 'Cause
yes,
I need to talk about this
tag
movie.
maybe Amber will actually look
I
in the
will respond
Discord
to
if you
tags
tag
that
her.
are Sinners related.
You can also go to our Redbubble and purchase merch with our characters on them or our Detective 20, our sweet baby boy. Speaking of sweet boys, you can also check out what Rainey's up to when he's not dealing with our dumbasses and listening to me say this over the audio waves. uh, Oh, I'm so tired. All right. Thank you everyone so much for joining us once again. Until next time. Fuck.
Channel your cannibalism for good.
Channel your cannibalism for good. Yeah, no, I like that one. Oh, update on how much
$100.
Christian how much?
$100.
$100.
It's
Yes,
like
I
98
can.
change.
That might
So
not
it's
seem like
100.
much, but I can buy some real cool RPGs with that for the
Yep.
community.
Yep.
If you are on our Discord, and you scroll up a little further in the announcement page, you will see a published adventure that Christian wrote for Battle of Gavrin's Cross. All proceeds for that go to the West Warwick Public Library. Very, very cool place with very, very cool people in it. And they need
about
help.
30 baby praying mantises now. They're adorable. I love every single one of them.
All of Amber's scary tiny children.
All of my children.
But yeah, if you like Dark Gavrin's Cross, little adventure, as well as all the stats for the priestess, right? The shaman lady? Yeah,
Yada's
feel
in
free
there.
to check all that
Yada.
out.
If you like it, by the way, too, that helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, get it boosted, let people see it. Even if it's still making money 5 years down the road, all that money is still going to West Warwick.
Yep.
So making sure the
It's going to
library
be that way forever.
gets its dues as much as we can. So have a good night, everyone. Something good cannibalism. See you in 2 weeks.
Good night, everyone.